Hello and welcome to the Swiftie Boys, the premier Taylor Swift album review podcast. I'm your co-host, Brendan Ruppel, along with my fellow host, who thinks Wood only needed to be 30 seconds long. Matt Gagan is here.
I mean, 30 seconds is a perfectly reasonable amount of time for a song, I think.
I wasn't sure if that worked even only because I don't know what the math is on that, because I know that 2 minutes and 30 seconds was
that 230
milliliters.
Yeah.
So that would be like, if that was 3 centimeters?
Yeah.
That's a tough.
Which, roughly.
But you get it.
Yeah, they say it's not how long the song is, it's what you do.
It's like a motion of the ocean.
What you do with the lyrics or
Absolutely.
whatever, what have you. All right, this is good. I feel like I didn't even need to introduce myself. I kind of just bantered my way in.
You have a small dick.
Because I didn't know what to say. Yeah, that'll be my sign-out. Hey, I have a small dick. And we're ready to talk.
Ready to go. I had some alts if you want to hear.
Yeah, of course.
I didn't know if you understand that because it was like kind of a bad joke, so...
Okay, great. I love... Let's go with the one that he might not understand.
Here's the first one.
Okay.
First alt.
Here we go.
He's got a fat ass but a wrinkled face.
Okay. I don't like what you're insinuating about the wrinkles in my face. I feel like I'm not that wrinkly. Do I need to get Botox?
I think, well, maybe if this show does well enough, we both get Botox for the show.
All right, if we reach a certain amount of subscribers, we both get Botox for the finale.
For you. Okay. I didn't realize how big of a segment this would be.
Okay, here we
I have
go.
a lot more.
Good.
I'm worried we might kiss during this episode and ruin the friendship.
Okay.
Yeah.
That worry never crossed my mind.
It's not really like an introduction to you. It's just something I'm worried about personally.
Right. We're just riffing here.
Yeah. Okay, this one's more about me.
Okay. I was going to say save some of these for the future, but we'll be doing
it's all
album
for this album.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we do this album again, which I was thinking about maybe doing this album again after
Every
we're all
week?
done with everything.
Next week?
Next
just
week.
keep doing it?
We have so many good alts. He's the mate of pedophilia.
What?
You're my mate. I'm the pedophile.
Pedophilia. Mate of pedophilia. That's crazy. You're just slamming yourself there.
This it starts to get really like clunky now because I was just on a roll.
Yeah, that last one was
that
really
was
good.
phenomenal.
Now we're getting to the clunky ones.
He doesn't bother watching his figure.
Wait, what?
Father figure doesn't bother watching his figure. It's clunky.
This is crazy.
He's got his hand stuck in a jar of honey like Winnie the Pooh.
What's that reference to? Oh, honey?
Yeah.
Just honey?
Just honey. And then the last one is a good one. My wife is a slow girl.
Who's that introducing? That's for one wife of the pod.
Right. Doesn't introduce you at all.
Hey, you're just doing puns.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think you went with the best one.
Okay, good. I thought the best one maybe was the second one, but it was just mean.
Right.
Yeah.
You want to stay away from too many.
Yeah.
Talking about my 30-second dick is not...
It was just accurate.
Right. Not mean at all.
Right. Okay, good.
I'm glad we have talked about... I mean, to be fair, Taylor sang about penis. We have to talk about penis.
We have to.
That's how it works.
We don't want to, but we have
talk
to.
about what she sings about, and that's what the time demands. That's Wood. And that's our album review.
That's it.
We'll see you next week.
Goodbye. He's got that fat ass but a wrinkled face.
That's bad.
Okay. So this is the show. How you like
this
the show
is
so
the
far?
show. It's good. Love the format of just throwing out alts to start things.
Okay.
That's always fun. I don't know. You said that you were worried that this was going to be the first album that we were reviewing after hearing.
Yeah. Okay. This kind of gets into my first question.
Okay.
What were your feelings leading up to this release?
My feelings, and we discussed them a little bit last week before the album had been.
And we are talking about the life of a showgirl.
Released. Yes.
Hence, the wife is a slow girl.
The wife of a slow girl.
Right.
The wife.
I'm the wife of a slow girl. That's a good one too. Alt to the alt.
I think we have a good Weird Al parody album. So I was very excited, right? Because all we've been asking for is something different. You know, don't break up the band of Jack Antonoff and Aaron Dessner and Taylor permanently. But let's get somewhere else. Jack is doing his thing with Sabrina and
he's
others
got his
anyway.
hands full with her.
And then Max Martin and Shellback. You hear the big names.
It's a do you love.
Max Martin especially. You think 1989. You think Red. You think the classics. And there was a lot of anticipation. I had already decided this is going to be a great album, so I was setting myself up for disappointment. And I was ready to love it when we went into it. And you were worried going into this.
I was reserved.
We'll get into what you were thinking, because I think just to jump ahead to the reaction, I feel it has been a divisive album.
Yeah.
And I was starting to get a little worried too. At first I was like, oh my God, I have so much to say about this. I'm going to be up all night talking about this album.
Right.
Then I'm starting to second guess myself. I'm like, are my opinions wrong? Do I have to go back? And then I realized, okay, I'm more confident about my opinions now than I ever have been. I have listened to this album every day since it was released.
And say something positive about you too. This is going to sound like a slam, but you are someone who can decide that I'm going to love this thing.
Yeah, that's right.
And usually you're right about it. Like, I don't think you lie to yourself about the things after you've seen them. Like, I think you'd be like, yeah, I was hoping it was going to be great, but it was just, like, pretty good or whatever.
The one thing I think, Promising Young Woman, I decided ahead of time that I was going to love this movie. It was going to be my favorite movie of the year. And then the ending was just so bad that I couldn't.
Yeah.
And I
guess it's a way to say it, but you do know what you like generally.
Yeah,
so
usually when I say I've decided I'm already going to love this, it's been decided, and that's what happens.
Yeah. So that, to talk about me, I felt that way too a little bit, but I think the chatter around the album before it even came out got to me a little bit, and I was worried, like, oh no, what if this is like finally her clunker? And then once I had listened to it all the way through, I was like, this is great, I love this so much. And then I started to hear what was actually being talked about after it had come out, and there was such a polarizing, there were polarizing opinions around it across the board between like the quality of the album itself, why are we even listening to Billionaires, and all the almost like the not political chatter, but the political chatter about it. And I was like, why is that even affecting the way we listen to music? Like, should it not? I don't know. I think maybe those are the questions we're going to answer right here. How should you feel?
How should you?
How should you feel? We're going to tell you.
We're going to tell you how you should feel, and
right.
That you're going to have to. If you listen to this podcast, you're going to have to feel the way we tell you to,
or else
moving
don't listen.
forward. Yeah.
But I loved it. I loved it from the start. I was trying not to let the demons creep in and tell me that it's not good. So I think it was especially like on Nicole's TikTok. She was showing me a lot of videos of that's wife of the pop for all our new fans out there.
Yeah, the wife of the slow.
Of the slow
wife.
Boy.
Slow girl.
Wife. My wife is a slow girl. A lot of the TikToks were negative, and I think I was like, wait, you're just like your feed is just getting a lot of negative things coming on it because the first thing you saw, you watched all the way through, and maybe liked it. I don't know. But then I just remembered that the internet is the worst place in the world, so everything is negative on there. So I shouldn't listen to a single thing anyone else tells me. And then I was noticing even more so that everyone I talked to that's in my actual life and in person had a great time with it and loved it. So everyone on the internet is an asshole. And I think we can all agree on that. Everyone
is an asshole. I agree for the most part. I feel like, I have so many thoughts, and usually I have notes in front of me. But now today you're the one with the notes. And if we were going to record this virtually, I was at least going to have the lyrics ahead of me. Now,
I have those.
You really cheated me. We could, I guess, but I feel like you're setting me up for failure. I feel like you're sabotaging me. So, I guess before I get it, what was your? It comes out Friday, October 3rd.
Oh yeah.
What was your first?
Who could forget?
Listen, like when did it happen? What did you set some candles? Did you take off from work? Yeah, that's true. We do hate candles. Were you in the nude because you saw that there was a song called Wood? So you
like me? I already knew what it was about before I listened to it.
Right. Like, so what was this process like for you?
So me, you, and our friend DeRosa were on a text chain about this. There was another person in the text chain that removed themselves from it, so it became 4, became 3.
That's correct.
Which worked out great because I don't think Pete cares about Taylor Swift. I might even hate her. I don't know.
Depends on the day. It really depends on the day.
So DeRosa, a Taylor Swift stan, a Swiftie boy, he asked us when we were listening or how he had listened so far, and it was the morning, and I was waiting for my commute, and I was with my work van.
With your work van, yes.
My work van is a ProMaster City Ram van, and it's a 2019 van, and it sucks, and it has like a shitty sound system. So I was
None of these words mean anything to you.
Yeah, well, from all the van heads out there. Rise up. It's a shitty sound system. I was worried about my first listen being in that shitty scenario, and I want it to be like, I love when I'm excited for an album, I want it to be in my Jeep Renegade with the Bose blasting,
so
like
car talk.
Cranked up to 30.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you expected when you clicked on Swiftie Boys for there to be car talk, because you're with the boys right now.
Get your Jeep Wranglers out, boys.
It sounds nasty, man.
I mean, I listened to Wood a couple times today, so I'm in a nasty mood.
So I was going to wait until I got home to listen to it, which is, I realized, an insane move, and we live in the age of the internet, and not worried about the opinions. I was more worried about like being spoiled on like a clip of a song or I don't know. I just wanted to listen to it as soon as possible, and I just dealt with the shitty scenario I had at hand, and I listened to it in my shitty ProMaster City.
That's brave of you, because you are the person who DVRs Yankee games and then gets mad at people for spoiling you.
So I didn't do that.
Right.
I listened to it up front, and I had a kind of a long ride into work because I had some stops along the way. I'm a delivery driver. I delivered stuff along the way, and I was able to finish the entire album before I stopped at like where I work, like my shop. Perfect 41 minutes, and I got chills at points. I teared up at points. I felt like every emotion possible for an album that I don't even know is supposed to evoke those emotions, but I was very emotional. I was so excited. I was so happy. Almost everything I had heard rumored that the album was supposed to be was kind of there for me on the first listen, which I was really excited about. I heard it was going to be like 70s disco-esque. It was going to be ABBA. It was going to be pop. It was going to be everything that we loved from those two producers. And it wasn't exactly that. We'll talk about that a little bit later too, but it was enough of like the pop punch in the face that we didn't really get from Tortured Poets Department. So,
wow.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
For me, usually, as we said in the little intro podcast, when a new Taylor Swift creation comes out, whether it is a re-release, open parentheses, Taylor's version, close parentheses, or it is a brand new album, I will stay up till midnight. I will listen through. I will then go to sleep, fooling myself into thinking there won't be any extra songs, which there wasn't this time.
Yeah. She stayed true to her word. She didn't lie about that.
This time,
I'm still
unfortunately,
waiting for deluxe songs, but we'll see when that happens.
Unfortunately, Friday, October 3rd, did happen to be a very busy day. So I'm a little bit of a teacher. So progress reports were due that day. So October 2nd, I'm making sure I have all my grades in and updated and everything. It took me a lot longer than I thought it would, as it always does.
Yeah.
I always think it's going to take me a half hour. It takes me half a day. So by the time I finished, it was like 12:30, and I completely forgot. And I look at the time, and maybe I saw like a tweet or something, and I was like, "Oh, Taylor Swift." I was going to do that. Yeah. And then I was like, "Well, I'm far too tired, and it's way too late to start an album right now. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to listen the next day." And I wake up, friend of the pod, Beth, had texted me at like 3:30 in the morning. She was like, so this is the first review I have.
Okay.
This is the
she
first
saw this
review
before you listened.
Yes. She says, my dog woke me up. I'm listening now.
My dog hates the album.
My dog won't shut up. He fucking hates it. She was like, listening now, a couple songs in. It's incredible. I'm like, okay.
Great.
All right. Say no more. I don't even need to listen. It's incredible. Yeah. I'm ready to podcast. Here we go. So that's the first thing I have.
Get you excited. It maybe skews your opinion, but it's a good positive.
Then I wake up, and as you said, DeRosa had the group chat with me and you, and he just says, she's done it again, boys.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
We're getting there. All right. Now, I'm very tired when I wake up for work, because as I just heard, I fell asleep at, I go to bed at 12:30 on a good day. I'm very tired. I don't tend to listen to music on the way in because I'm just not amped up. I'm just not in the mood. I got to listen to,
it could wake you up.
A nice low-key. Do I want that, though?
I don't know.
Do I want to be woken up?
Sorrow?
Quick aside, I've talked about my sleep schedule with me like yesterday, I think. I've started bringing a can of soda with me for the drive to work and having a can of soda for the drive back, because otherwise I will fall asleep while I'm driving home.
Sometimes it's not even about like the caffeine in it. You just need something to like a mouth asphyxiation to like something to do so you don't die. I fully understand
the traffic is just rocking me to sleep.
Yeah,
I'm just like swerving all over the place. It's really bad. So I'm
so if you don't see him next episode, you know why.
Yeah. So I'm chugging 2 cans of soda for my commute every day. So I'm like, now's not the time to listen to. Like, I'm very excited for it. I want to, but like I don't want to be half asleep listening to it.
No, that's true too.
I will hold out. Then I get to work, and like I said,
all the kids
very
are singing
busy.
Ophelia.
Yeah, they're all singing. I gotta say, when I worked in the high school a couple of years ago, I was surprised at how much Gen Z still liked Taylor Swift. Like, she was still prominent everywhere. Now that it's a few years later and I'm working in a middle school, I don't think Gen Alpha gives a shit about Taylor Swift. No. I don't think. And maybe it's the demographic of the place where I work.
It's impressive that she's able to get 2 generations at all,
Yeah, that was very impressive. But the Gen Alpha, we seem to be slipping, but which is fine.
Yeah.
So I'm there, and like, it's a busy day. Progress reports were due, so I'm trying to do that. Ghost tickets go on sale.
Oh.
Right, October 30th. So I'm on my break. I'm on the phone I'm wheeling and dealing, trying to wait. Did you get tickets? Are you going that day? What are you going to South Carolina? Are you going to Connecticut? What's happening? Did you get VIP seats? Wheeling, dealing all over the place. I'm like, I haven't even listened to the Taylor Swift album yet. It was crazy.
This isn't Ghost Guys. This is Swiftie Boys.
I know. And maybe after Swiftie Boys, Ghost Guys. So I still haven't listened. By this point, I believe Brendan has listened, and he's also given his positive reviews. I'm like, everyone I know and trust about this has liked it. And maybe Molly has also said she liked it at this point, and maybe these are all the Taylor Swift loyalists who are always going to like it, and maybe I'm in my own echo chamber. But I'm ready, and I'm like, okay, this is going to be a great... Like, everyone has said that it's great. It's going to be great. So now, my lunch break hits. And on Fridays, I like to go to Chipotle.
Oh, hell yeah.
I like to go to Chipotle for lunch as a little reward to myself for making it through the week. And so... Phillies might have done something bad. Anyway, Taylor Swift reference, Phillies did something bad. So I get in my car, and I have time for 2 songs on the way to Chipotle. So I can't wait anymore. I'm like seeing tweets at this point, and getting texts.
Yeah. So and you're excited right now because this is a happy drive to Chipotle.
So I knock out Fate of Ophelia and Elizabeth Taylor, and
you knock out an old lady.
We'll get into it when we go song by song, which I assume we're doing.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, this is great. On the way back, guess what? I have time for another 2 songs.
Hell yeah.
Opalite and Father Figure. I'm like, so far, so good. So in my mind, I have now gone to and from lunch, and I'm like, this is a top tier album for me.
Yeah,
I think like we've really hit some. Max Martin, God bless. We've done it. I come back and I'm ready, and I'm like, here we go. You guys, everyone was right. We did this. Then, before the end of the day, now I'm starting to see tweets of like people not liking it, or at the very least it being divisive.
And like,
people
not to
arguing.
spoil what's happening in your head, but we're getting to the meat, which is a little bit of the slower stuff.
Yes.
Which I could see. Yeah, I see where you're going.
You see?
Yeah.
So now I drive back. I drive home and I listen to the rest of it, and sometimes you are just in like a different mood depending on time of day, like when you're listening to it, when you're not. And so it could have been something like that, although I have listened so many times that I think again, I'm very confident in my opinions.
Sure.
But I'm like,
I'm also first takes right now.
Yeah, I'm also like distracted driving home. There's traffic. So I'm like, listen.
Yeah, I remember texting you about my favorite song, and you're like, it's okay.
I didn't even get the twist ending.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm still liking this. I'm not as high on it as I was with these first 4 songs, but I'm like, I still like it. I still think this was a very positive album. I'm very happy with the direction she took this. I'm very happy with the changes. I'm very happy with the production. I really like this. This is great, and I think everyone agrees except for some dissenting voices on Twitter. Don't know what that's about. Maybe I'll look into that later.
Yeah.
I get home, and now I get my first text of a bad review. And to be fair, it is friend of the pod Lita, who is a known Taylor Swift hater. And to also be fair, she did not listen to the album.
I figured she didn't when she was reviewing. She put it last in her ranking reviews.
Is she more like Pete than we think?
Maybe she is.
No, but she only listens through the science of hearing clips on TikTok, seeing what other people are saying on TikTok, and the like.
So she absorbs it in the worst possible way.
Like that. Yeah. So she's like, she gets me. She's like, what do you think? She's like, I need to hear your thoughts on the new Taylor Swift album. And I was like, I just listened.
You wait, we're starting a podcast.
I was like, I actually did say, you'll find out next Friday on the Swiftie Boys podcast. And she said,
like, God damn
you've got to be fucking kidding me.
It's a good response.
And she said, I hope this is a one-off. And I said, no.
I mean, it's a 13 off.
No, we're going every album. She's like, and she said, Jesus fucking Christ. The reviews are in. Our first Swiftie Boys review.
First review is
once
Jesus
again,
fucking Christ.
To be fair, she has not listened. She's only got on vibes. But so then I said, no, but honestly, like, I only heard it once, and I didn't like. I was just kind of vibing. I didn't listen too hard. Like, I still know a lot of lyrics, and I was like, I thought it was really good. I really liked it. And she says, well, I just, heard the stuff on TikTok, what gets brought to my desk on TikTok. And she said so she's like, she's like, all of this is like, are you kidding me? She was like, and we'll get into all these, having a song about how she's bragging about how her friends are Republicans.
Because people hear all the things out of context, and it's a whole different thing.
And then she says, the song there where she says, I'm not a bad bitch.
Right.
Like, yes. And then she's like, there's a song about Travis Kelce's penis. And I said, okay, don't know where the complaint is.
What's the problem?
Even out of context, don't know what the complaint is. And she's like, and then she's, and what she has a diss track about Charlie XCX. What's going on there? And I'm like, okay. And I was like, you know what? You raise some very good points, and that is what I say to everyone, whether I agree or disagree.
But all those things are like kind of the toxic things you're getting from the internet.
Yeah, I said you do raise some good points. To be honest, have not really listened to the lyrics that hard yet. Only listened once.
Can't defend these yet.
And she was like, I really think you really liking it is intent on you not hearing the lyrics. So now Now I'm like, yes, it was a hater, but now am I rambling? Is this?
No, I'm chiming in. It's good. It's good.
Okay, good. Yeah. I haven't heard. I'm not even listening.
I forgot you were here, honestly.
So at this point, I'm like, okay. Now I'm kind of worried. I'm like, is this not going to hold up lyrically? Because the last, maybe there were, especially Tortured Poets Department, there was some boring stuff, but you can't knock her poetry.
It was called the Tortured Poets Department.
Right. Yeah. She is a poet, and like lyrically, her stuff is impressive. Like, did she get why does she have to choose one or the other?
Even that poetry type album, there's things that people point to are like, that's embarrassing. Well, yeah. But people that don't listen to it want to come and hate on it, and they circle something that is completely out of context. Like, that sounds insane, but don't realize that she's singing from like 7 different people in the same song, and there's like a character in a lot of her music, and it's like she's singing auto-fiction. It's not autobiographical. It's just like of course, music comes from yourself, but it also is like you're taking parts from yourself and also creating stories. She's a storyteller and creates worlds.
She's a storyteller. That's what she does.
That's what she does.
Yeah, I like it. You're ready to defend.
I'm ready.
I'm just giving the facts. You're ready to defend. So at this point, I'm like, I'm thinking like, did she give up? Did she sacrifice? Now she has bops, but now she's sacrificing stuff lyrically. And I'm like, why does she have to do that? And I'm panicked. I'm like, oh my god, when I go see this in theaters tonight, because then me and Molly did go to the listen along. With all the lyric videos and the behind the scenes and stuff, with some interesting tidbits of her talking about each song as it went. And so
did that, not to take you aside too much, but did that feel like a cash grab, or was it like worth it and fun to be at?
I thought it was. I thought it could be. First of all, every business person does is a cash grab,
right.
And I will stake my complaints at this when we get to it, which is maybe now. But then I was thinking, I get there and I'm thinking this is like kind of self-indulgent. Like, who asked for this? And then I reminded myself, like, everyone asked for it. Like, what do you mean? Everyone asked for it. And it is also nice to just have kind of like a safe space to listen to the song with other like-minded people are also going to enjoy it. They're all here for the same thing. It is a good idea.
And if you don't like it, then you don't have to buy a ticket.
Right. More people should probably be doing it. The people that would sell tickets, and there are other artists who would sell tickets for stuff like this. It is a good idea. And whether it's for cash or not, like, it was a good idea, and people enjoy it.
I guess my definition of cash grab is more like, were you mad that you spent the money on that? Or
right. And then, if you are mad, then for next time. Don't spend the money on it. So, I'm panicking. I'm like, maybe this is going to be bad lyrically. And then, now, the Cousins group chat starts chiming in. And we're all Swifties in there for the most part. And Samantha and Emma are both gripe. They're like... They're asking what I think, and I was like, I pretty much I liked it. I'll let you know for sure when I see it in theaters, when I go to the listen along, like but I'm pretty high on it. And now they're like, oh my god, it's all going downhill again. They're talking about the Charlie XCX thing, and I'm like, listen, I will not tolerate any Charlie XCX slander. I'm not happy about this either. But and then so they're picking apart things. My one cousin is like, I'm reading online that she's setting up her own downfall. She's like, I can't believe it. Just feels like I'm starting to get disillusioned. I'm starting to not like Taylor Swift. I'm starting to not like the fans. Like, this is and my other cousins. I haven't enjoyed an album since Midnights, which was, by the way, 2 albums ago, 3 years ago, 3 calendar years ago.
Right.
She's like, she's like, is she doing this on purpose? Because is she trying to turn her fans against her? What is this fall from grace? And then I'm like,
it's very dramatic.
It is very dramatic. And then I took a step back. I'm like, okay, everyone sounds fucking. I was like, oh my god, maybe they're right. So I go to the list along. Now I'm watching all the lyrics on the lyric videos and there are definitely some gripes that I have with it. But for the most part, even the songs that I wasn't as high on, like For the First Time, Ruin the Friendship, I watched it and I was like, oh, I like it now. Now that I'm actually.
Did this enhance your experience a little bit? Going to the thing?
It did enhance my experience. I did like hearing Taylor's 2 cents on all the songs, and I did.
The person who wrote the music.
Yes, and I did like reading the lyrics as I'm listening to it, and like I felt like I really knew the album after it. And as I was getting ready to maybe not like it as much because of the lyrics or because I was actually paying attention to everything, I came away from it, and it's like every time I listen to it, I'm like, no, that was good. I really liked it.
Yeah.
And then I'll get home and start reading stuff, and I was like, wait, my opinions are all wrong. I hate this album. It's so bad. This is such a bad album. So because at this point now I'm reading the stuff online, I have some bad reviews from people, and my friend Christina texts me. She's like, I've heard really bad things about the album. And I was like, thinking about it, everything I've heard from strangers, for the most part, has been negative. Everything I've seen online, for the most part, has been negative. There's some bad reviews, but everything I've heard from people that I know has been pretty much positive. And
again, to say that internet is a terrible place and there's horrible people on there that are,
yes.
are annoying.
And then I listened to the Taylor Swift album that I really like, every single album, which started as a Taylor Swift album. Now it's more of a pop girl in general album. But they did what we did. They broke down every episode. And it's every single album Taylor Swift is a plug for that album. And I listened to it and I was like, what are they going to say? And like I was already coming back to reality, and they really snapped me back into it. They're like, we're here to break down the surprisingly divisive and controversial album. They're like, and me too. I'm also surprised that this album is the one that's so controversial. Like, when it literally is just 12
easiest pop songs.
12 fun songs, pop songs. We listened to it, we had a good time, and then I stepped back and was like, you know what? And I ventured back into the Cosmic Group chat.
Fuck all you guys.
And I said, guys, I think we're losing sight of the. At the end of the day, this is an album. It is 12 songs by a very talented artist, and I think everyone has gone insane. And I think that anyone who is treating this other than just an album from a very good artist is insane, has taken crazy pills,
sure,
and really needs to take a step back. And they said, oh, yeah, no, you're right, but I just think this, and this. And I'm like, listen, they expressed disappointment because, Taylor said herself, like, this was the best album she's ever written. And I was like, okay.
You're always going to say that.
Listen, maybe she feels that way.
She might. And she probably does. That's good that she does.
And that's okay. And maybe in a few years when she takes a step back, she won't feel that way.
What do you want her to say, like, when it comes out? Like,
this is my seventh best
album, yeah.
Maybe she'll change her mind moving forward, which is also okay. Right. Or maybe she won't, and maybe as time goes by, I think this will have sort of the reputation effect. I do think this is coming. I do think this is going to be like one in a few years where people listen to it and are like, why was everyone so hard on this? Like but Reputation
is a little bit different in that was a humongous swing at the time for her. Mm-hmm. This is
almost
more of the same.
I'm just saying how people have come around on
Reputation.
No,
I understand that, yeah.
And I think
it's crazy that people are treating it like that, though.
I think this is exactly what's going to happen. I think people are going to listen to this album in a few years and be like, you guys, this is like good. I don't know what people were saying, like, I don't know why this was so slept on. I don't know why this was had such a negative reaction. And I was like, and when that happens, I think that's also fine. And listen, Taylor Swift has come out with 12 albums now. She's like releasing music every year. She's very prolific. She's going to be one of those artists at the end of the day, like Bob Dylan or Elton John, that releases like 40 albums in her lifetime. And they can't just all be masterpieces. Right. I don't think this is anyone's favorite Taylor Swift album.
But honestly, I think the quality is amazing.
No, for
how much she puts out.
I do think it's great. I don't think it's going to be anyone's favorite, which is fine. And this is something, and even if I don't think it's lyrically her strongest, which is also fine. This is something that she, wrote on her days off from touring in Sweden,
right.
And she just like busted out an album. This is an album that is her 12th album, which is like the one before the 13th, which is going to be a big one, which is one that I'm sure she's going to create. It's like, Survivor 50 is next season, and they're going to treat that season with so much reverence and so much importance. Whereas 49 just kind of feels like, let's just throw it. Let's just get to 50.
I don't think that's fair to this album. Just treat it like that, though.
Listen, you're very defensive of this album.
You're making it sound like it's a throwaway.
I'm saying even if this was the case, and she puts it out, and I don't think it's her strongest album, and I don't. Yeah. It's just a fun album, and that's okay.
But it doesn't have to be. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to people. It doesn't have to be her. It can be her not strongest album while still being very solid.
Yes.
At the same time, which people like. If it's not the best, people are like, this fucking sucks.
Yes, and even if you don't like it, even if you do think it's one of her worst, even if it is one of your least favorites, that's also okay, because one of her albums has to be your least favorite.
Right.
You can't just expect that she's going to get better and better and better and better. Like, no one is talking, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Bob Dylan's 12th album is actually his most famous, but like, no one's taking like the 12th album of Bob Dylan and shitting on it and being like, this was actually kind of embarrassing for Bob Dylan. I can't, like, he lost his stat. He's no longer a good lyricist. He's no longer a good songwriter. That would be crazy. Like I said, Taylor Swift's going to have 40 albums. Some of them are going to be masterpieces. Some of them are just going to be the one in between the two that you like. Sure. Some of them are just going to be poppy. Some of them are going to be whatever. What we wanted was a break from what she has been doing. And what we wanted was poppy songs, shorter songs, bops, and I think that there was those on this album. So overall, I am happy with what we got. I think that, again, to kind of compare this Reputation, which this is not a one-to-one, again, before you jump down my throat. Reputation was also kind of different. When I heard Reputation, it had come after 1989, so I was naturally disappointed, and that's probably why I was so low on it. This one, The Life of a Showgirl, The Wife of a Slow Pod. This comes after The Tortured Poets Department, which kind of lulled us all to sleep, even though there was some some great ones on there.
Of the 30.
Of the 31 songs. This one, and all I wanted was a little bit of a change, and that's what we got. So maybe it's better. It might be better than Reputation. It might be worse than Reputation. But where it comes with what I was feeling, even though I was expecting this to be the best album of all time, I'm setting myself up for disappointment, even if it's not as good as I thought it was going to be. Still just getting what I wanted as a break from the Jack Antonoff and Aaron Dessner of it all left me so happy and satisfied with it that I'm glad this was the product that we got.
Yeah.
And anyone complaining, it's like, what do you want? You wanted this, and now all of a sudden you don't want this. So if it's not the perfect album, if it's not 1989 Part 2 that is just like carbon copies of the songs with slight differences, like Taylor's version, like you are going to be unhappy with this, or it's just the haters, and I do think there is a lot of trolling.
There's a lot of people like
online
Lita that
going
maybe
on.
didn't really listen and want to just have an opinion on it. That's a big part of the internet. What they do is like, I need to have an opinion on this because people need to hear what I say.
That's another thing. Sorry, I have so many.
That's okay. That's okay. Before you get into that too, I will just quickly say, I think this album, before it even came out, was doomed to have this response. It was going to happen no matter what. I think it's just the place that Taylor Swift herself is in, that people were ready with the knives out to just be like, let's bring her back down because she's the most popular artist in the entire world. No matter what she puts out right now, I am going to yell and scream about it.
I do think there is some of that. I do think there was always the Swifties, and there were always people that hated the Swifties.
Right.
I do think with Folklore and Evermore, it became cool and mainstream to start liking Taylor Swift, and then I think she got a huge popularity boost of like all these like maybe like alt rock bros coming into Taylor Swift, starting to really like her. I think that the Eras tour was such a fun experience that it got even more people. I think she's been on the rise for so long, even though she's been so popular already. She's still on the rise. She was destined for a fall. I do think people are tired of you when you are number one for so long, and people just naturally want to tear her down. I also think that the haters out there. And not to just blame them, but I think they're very smart. I think people like Pete are very smart with
haters like to hate. Hate.
The haters going to hate. I think they see things like Canceled and Actually Romantic diss track about Charlie XCX, and they see the cringy. Even Molly was like, because I was talking about I'm a little worried about the lyrics, so what's going to happen. She's like, I still like it. There is plenty of cringy stuff, but it's still fun.
That's kind of what Taylor does.
There is cringy stuff. Like Eldest Daughter. Like people take the exact things that Lita mentioned. They saw this and they said, "Here's my chance.
We got it.
Here's my chance. We got her, boys. Let's turn the people against Taylor Swift."
Right.
And they set the traps and they said, "I cannot believe like these are the reasons Taylor Swift is an evil person." Like it's so deranged. And I said this in person yesterday that people are treating this album online with the importance of like real life. They're treating this like politics. They're treating this like the Trump Harris election.
It's scary. It's
they
the
are
state of the
treating
world.
this with the importance as like an actual war going on. They are focusing their energy on this and treating this, and they were like,
that's almost part of her point in Eldest Daughter a little bit too.
And they will take a line and they will say, "I cannot believe Taylor Swift sent this when this is happening in life." And it's like, how did we get here? How did we get here? And
so every song she makes from now on should be a political statement.
And it's like, okay, again, take a step back. This is an album of music.
Also, remember,
this is 12
this
songs.
is supposed to be an escape from all that shit too.
This doesn't happen with like any other artist where they put out an album and you're like, I can't believe. God, I'm blanking on literally any other album.
You don't listen to anything else.
Any other?
You said Linda McCartney.
Linda I can't believe Linda McCartney put out. I can't believe this person said this when this is, and that's what they do with Taylor Swift. I'm not getting on my soapbox saying that people are crazy because people on both sides.
People
crazy.
know that people are
not
crazy.
To both sides. This argument also. There's great people on both sides. But so people did that with these things, and they said we can pull some people to our side. We can get some haters. People are asking to be swayed. They're tired of her. We can.
It's like their hobby. This is people like Pete.
And it worked. It worked on people like my cousins, and it worked because
it worked on you a little bit, and then I'm glad you came back out
because it worked both ways. It worked. The hardcore Swifties that will defend her on anything took the bait immediately, and they fell into the trap, and they said, and they tried to defend a song like Canceled. We're like, well, actually, if you look at it this way, this is actually a positive song from Taylor, and it's actually romantic. Isn't just about Charlie XCX. It's about all of her haters. And if you look at it this, and they're playing right into the trap, and they sound like insane people, and they make us look like idiots because they're defending Taylor Swift's every move, and they're saying actually no, it's perfect. The album is perfect, and it's like
that's going too far.
Stop it! You are going too so far because she did make some missteps. Right. There is some cringy lyrics. There is like. You sound like a fool.
But no art is perfect, and they don't understand that.
And you're proving everyone's point. You're making us Swifties look like idiots that just defend her every move. So they took the bait. Then the people on the fence also took the bait. And they said, maybe I hate Taylor Swift now. Wait,
she actually sucks.
It is crazy that she wrote a song about Travis Kelce's cock in this political climate.
That makes him Republican.
This is crazy. It's crazy that she likes Republican cock like that. This is... I hate Taylor Swift. And what about the jet that she's flying on, and which is bad, yes.
Yeah, but that's not about.
This has always been a thing. It's always been a thing. How could she write a song like Canceled when she's flying in a jet? How could she do this? And it's like, you fell for it too. And at the end of the day, it's an album by an artist that you like, and you can't
by an untouchable person. She's not supposed to be relatable, really. It's just music.
And you can't say that she's not talented. And even if you didn't like the album, that's fine. You'll like the next one. Let's all just calm down. As the great Taylor Swift once said, you need to calm down.
Pretend she's imaginary. She's like an untouchable person.
She's not your friend, and that's where the disconnect comes from. She is not your friend. She is the business person.
Right.
Because people get on her for, I can't believe she's suckering these poor people. She's doing 4 different versions of the album and selling all of them.
Don't buy it. It's okay.
You're all adults. And if you're not, your parents should be signing off on this stuff anyway. You can make business decisions. Listen, I'm sorry.
If you want the collectibles, then they're there for you. That's great.
I'm sorry. If you took out a second mortgage on your house because you need every single Taylor Swift variation of every single album and a cardigan to go with it, I'm sorry. That is a you problem.
You bought a cardigan for every CD to wear?
My mind keeps going so many different places.
You said you had a lot to say, and you're right.
My cousin, again, was like, I'm reading on the internet that people are comparing Taylor Swift fans to Trump supporters, and I think there's something there. And it's like, okay, maybe the hardcore ones are as unwavering as the hardcore Trump supporters,
right.
But the big difference is Donald Trump is the president and a political figure and is dealing with real-life things, whereas Taylor Swift is making music.
But she's not making law.
So it's actually not the same at all. It's actually completely different. What Taylor Swift is...
She's not sending the National Guard into cities.
What Taylor Swift is a sports team. Taylor Swift is to the girls and gays and Brendans of the world.
I fall somewhere in the middle.
What sports teams are to straight men. What the Yankees are to a lot of our friends, or the Mets, if you're into
that sort of thing.
Taylor Swift is a sport. No one gets
sort
mad.
Of what politics are too a little bit, so I understand the comparison there, like you're saying.
But it's the frivolity. I don't know that word. I've heard it both ways.
I'm going to back out on that one.
It's frivolous as a sporting event is. It's not real life things. No one gets mad at the Yankees when they say, here's 7 different versions of a hat. And if you took out a second mortgage to get all, because you needed all 7 versions, I'm going to judge
There's hundreds and thousands of versions of hats.
There's so many different.
I have 2 or 3.
Here's a version where the logo's upside down now. Yeah. Now you gotta get this one.
Right.
Here's a jersey that has the name. Here's a jersey that doesn't. Here's the road jersey, the home jersey. And there's so many different variations of everything, and no one gets mad at that. People are like, I gotta have all of them, or something like that. That's exactly what this is. It is the same thing, and you're all adults, and you can make purchasing decisions for yourself.
And if you think she sucks and she's being a bad person by making this album somehow, you can not listen to her at all if you don't want to.
Just don't buy it. Just don't buy everything. And just shut up. She's not doing any... Like, yes, it is a cash grab. That's exactly what it is, and that's exactly what everyone does. I'm sorry. That's the world we live in. And if you don't like it, then don't give her your money. I don't know how else to say this.
Sure.
You're not... Her fans are not idiots. I mean, some of them are, but they don't need to get this stuff. They're choosing to do it. So I think I've exhausted all. There's no ending. Anyway,
want to get into music?
I like the album. Like it is just an album, and I liked it, and I feel crazy for thinking.
Yeah, I think we started on a banger. I'm glad we started with this album. I don't know if we're gonna have this much at the top to say each album, but
this would be more cohesive. Right now, it's just a stream of consciousness.
The stream of consciousness is warranted for what we all went through, trying to enjoy this album for 1 week.
Yeah,
I'm glad that we listened to this
1 week since the album dropped. Got my head to the side and said I'm angry.
I wonder what the podcast would have been if it was like 3 days after the fact. What would your thoughts have been? Start now.
if we were recording this I think it would be more negative. It would be like this.
It's interesting.
I think I
You're still
liked
in the middle
it,
of
but
that
I
on
think
the
it's
fence.
kind of like I think I liked it, but I think there are still problems with it.
Yeah.
But I think the problems may be outweighing some of the positive stuff,
Right.
and I'm here to like really just tell you why it's bad.
All right. Well, let's get into the music. We have a 12-song track list, like we were saying.
That's right.
The first track.
And there are theories that each track corresponds to one of the albums that she's
okay.
which I kind of like, and I don't think it's perfect 1-to-1.
Yeah.
But there are definitely songs where I think like
she's the person that would do that kind of thing.
Yes, 100%. There are theories. There are songs where I think, oh, this sounds like it would belong on Fearless or Speak Now or
we can make
Folklore
guesses as we go along where we think they would go. So before we even get into the first song, I will just say overall on an album like thematically, I think this is a great Showgirl album. Like it makes sense. I like it. I feel like there's like a little bit of a show within the album itself. Showgirl within the album itself. It's like so like you were saying when you were first listening, you had those first 4 songs, and it was like, oh, what a bunch of pops. It's kind of like the start of like a show.
Yeah.
All the fun stuff's immediately, hey, welcome here. Look how fun it is. Yeah, a little bit of that. And then it gets to like the meat, and maybe there's some conflict, and it gets a little sad. And then the conflict is resolved towards the end, and then it's all like a happy ending at the end. Like there's a little bit of a roller coaster throughout this album, and that I really appreciate. There's the Showgirl themes throughout with like the big choruses. I read that there's a lot of like real instruments in this. It's not like some of the negative things I was hearing people say on the talks and the reels were that she really phoned this in and half-assed it, and it was just like she just like shit it out of her big fat butt. I'm not going to name the user that said that. With a wrinkled face.
With a wrinkled face.
But like she worked really hard on this in the way that she didn't just use a bunch of like synths or she didn't just steal stuff and throw it into a mix and sing over it. She used real instruments. Like she was in Sweden with these people, the Swedish artists, and was like, hey guys, come into this room and all of you play your fucking violins and your goddamn clarinets and your fucking whatever the heck.
And everyone saying we owe Jack Antonoff an apology is deranged because
for what?
We didn't kick him out anyway. He'll be back.
I'm
Don't
sure
worry.
he'll be back.
And also,
probably for the deluxe
Max
tracks.
Martin and Shellback, they killed it. They did their job. Continue.
Yes. They did a great job. I love what they did. I love the arrangement that they have in a lot of these songs. Starting with the Fate of Ophelia, it is just so fun. It feels big. It feels great. First listen, I was like, oh, what a great start. What a phenomenal start. A great opening track. I think very smart to start on this one. Sometimes when I hear the first track and I love it, I'm like, cool. This is great, but I'm going to hear better. And I almost get sick of it because usually when I listen to albums, I start with the first one. Call me crazy.
I do too, usually, yeah.
So I almost get sick of it a lot of times. But this one was great to start, and I honestly want to say it was a grower as well.
I've heard this one more than any other time because not only does the sing-along movie play this song twice because we saw the music video, and then they played at the beginning and then again at the end, but then also every time they cut to a scene where they were doing the making of the music video, they had this song playing in the background.
Yeah.
So I've heard this song.
Yeah.
This song.
The music video is very fun too. I love it.
The music video is great.
I actually like it. Call Taylor cringy if you want to, and she definitely is in many ways. And I think that's part of like her personality, and I like that about her. She's always been like the awkward girl, and
She's
that's
a
fine.
fucking dork.
She's a dork, and she owns that, and that's who she is. This video makes me want to do that stupid dance.
Yeah.
It is very fun.
I just fucking love that.
Like, why am I all of a sudden at 30, 31? I want to do a fucking TikTok dance. It doesn't make any sense.
And watching her direct the music video, like you can tell how much she cares, and you can tell how much of a dork she fucking is.
She's a dork. She's a crazy
really
person.
Is.
In the best way.
Honestly, I would have liked to see, because when you watch the making of in the documentary thing, every time she has an idea, because she's like writing the music video like on the spot. She's like coming up with ideas, and she's saying,
right.
and what if we do this? And what if I light the thing? What if I light the fire on myself? And what if I do this? And what if we do this? And what if we do this dance here? Every time, everyone's like, yeah, great. Just once, I would like to someone to be like, no, that's fucking stupid. What do you want to do? No,
like,
that's fucking insane. Like and she would have like killed them. She would have punched them.
I guess maybe if that
they
did
would
happen,
never work in the industry again.
Yeah, or that doesn't like come in the edit or something
maybe
like that.
you gotta have enough humility to put it in there. I would have loved to see, because it's not interesting to just see her come up with. It is, but it's not as interesting to see her come up with ideas and just have everyone be like, "You're a genius."
Yeah, I understand that. But this is the kind of person that she is to us. She's not, again, like not a real person. She's on the level probably higher at this point than Beyonce, where you're never gonna know what that person's actually like.
Don't bring the Beehive after us. Come on. Why would you?
She is bigger than Beyonce.
Why are you
she
doing
is.
this? We love Beyonce.
We love her too, but she's bigger than her. I think this is what you're gonna get from Taylor Swift. You're gonna get like a very a Disney version of her.
And to bring us back to the song.
Sure.
I know you love this song.
Love this song.
I too love this song. I think it's a great starting up, and I think coming from a person who has had trouble picking leading singles, this is a great lead single. Although, what does that even mean anymore?
Saying you're a person that's bad at picking leading singles?
Huh? No, Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't even know what that means anymore because people just stream everything.
Yeah.
But
I think there's still stuff that is like pushed more towards media.
She makes the music video. She releases this as a single. It's a great choice. Right off the bat, I wanted the bops, and this is a bop. This gets stuck in your head. Like, I wake up and it's stuck in my head. I don't even have to hear it for it to be stuck in my head. It is so, and I wish we were listening to it right now.
Yeah.
But
God, YouTube.
It's like just like you start listening, and you're like, okay, I can jam with this, and then it gets into the chorus, and you're just like, I want to sing along, and then you get into the post-chorus, and it is like hitting my eardrums, and it's everything that I want it to be, and this is
pure joy.
I hear it, and I'm so high on it, and it's just fun. It's also fun. Yeah. The music video is fun, and like if this is what we're getting for the album, this is fantastic.
Yeah, this is the masterful talent of her, because this song could easily be just the verse, pre-chorus, chorus. Good, good song, good pop song. But I think that post-chorus, only sings post-choruses. The post-chorus really kicks into gear and makes it like a complete earworm. Because if it was just the chorus, I'd be like, this is fine. You get bored of it very fast, but the keep it 100 on the land.
Yeah,
it's so fucking good.
So good.
That's this part that gets stuck in my head constantly. And I think without this, I wouldn't care that much about the song. I'm like, cool, fun disco song. That post-chorus is so good. And that's the dance that I want to fucking learn. It's so fun. Fun little tidbit. If you listen to this, you probably know that the 100 is her favorite number and Travis Kelce's number put together. So keeping it 100 is them as a whole. 87
she loves
13. She loves numerology. But the Fatal Ophelia, I think, will stand the test of time. It is a timeless Taylor song. I love it very much, and I think I will continue to love it. It's not going to be a song. I'm trying to think, maybe like a style. Maybe is one of the songs that I like love when it came out, and I've maybe heard it a little too many times at this point, and I don't think I'll waver on my affection for this song too much.
I am trying to think because we're
a weekend, but
this
still
is like the big one from this album. It's the one that she's pushing as the lead single. Is this going to be something that like put like one of her huge singles, like that you hear for years and years, and everyone knows it, and it's played at weddings. Like
I think it's an all-timer.
We joked about how we were saying like I can't see people be like put on Fatal.
I was going to bring that up too.
And maybe we will now because it is so catchy and it is such good for any occasion.
Right.
So you think we will?
I think we will. And
I think it's going to be an all-timer.
It's amazing that she's able to do that too, like making fun of the title and how it's not supposed to be about because the Fatal Ophelia doesn't sound like a song you're going to tell the DJ to put on. But I think that this album is the perfect marriage of the old stuff that everybody wanted, the 1989, and it's also Tortured Poets Department kind of put together because you have a lot of the nerdy lyrics and you have a lot of the fun bops. And she's not fully screaming anthem. These aren't anthems by any means, but they're also not like quiet, sad Taylor either. I think this falls somewhere in the middle, which is kind of new.
It is
which we want new.
It is kind of
new.
Good. We do want new, and
and
I was also thinking like, are any of these songs, because to contrast it with the last thing that came out, the Tortured Poets Department, are any of these songs going to be songs that are like in my top?
That's what I've been thinking
of
too.
all time, or
this one has a chance. I think this is one of two that have a chance to be in like my top, like my top 10 maybe.
Yeah,
which is saying something with how much she has out.
It's hard to say now.
Yeah,
or is this just an album where it's like a bunch of songs that are like very good to like great, but like not any all timers?
Right.
And is that better than
she got so many all timers?
Tortured Poets Department, where it's like there's a lot of stuff that kind of puts me to sleep in the 31 songs,
right?
And there's a lot of stretches that I don't look forward to listening to, but there's 3 songs on that album in Who's Afraid of Little Old Me, But Daddy, I Love Him, and
yeah.
I Can Do It With Broken Heart. And to an extent, How Did It End is an underrated song. And Peter.
A lot of them are underrated because we'll talk about when we do that album, I guess, like almost at the end of this podcast run.
So talk about the 3 songs from Tortured Poets Department that I just named. Those are like all time. It's like a lot of snoozes, but there's like 3 songs that are like all timers for me that I really. So like, is that better than? And probably not. And to answer the question, when I'm driving home from work and I'm like, there was a time when Tortured Poets Department came out that I was listening to it every day for like 2 months, and I'd put it on and be like, ugh, I don't
not this right now. Yeah.
There's not been a day driving home from work that I have not been excited to put this album on. So I think that says something about it.
It does.
I think it. So I think it is an exciting album to listen to, and I think, will there be all timers on this album? I don't know, but it's still a great album with great songs. And this one, to lead it off, one of the bops of all bops. This is what we wanted. This was so exciting to get started with.
Absolutely. Not to get really sad and too sentimental right now, but this is something I did think about when I was listening to the song. You brought up my mom when you came in today and said happy birthday to her.
Don't bring this on
me. This is on you.
Don't put this on me.
But I listened to the song, and deceased mother of almost 10 years now. This is a song I heard, and I was like, I wish she could hear this song because it's fucking great, and she would love it. That's how much I hold this song in high regards.
Oh my god, you really did
very, very, very good.
Now, because she was a big fan of 1989.
Exactly.
And
she loved disco.
I do think, and I was saying that this was never going to be as good as 1989. That was kind of unrealistic. But
it's still not. I'll say that right now, it's not.
Well, I do think this is the one that has the 1989 vibes. This sounds like it could be on 1989. It has some kind of like, it has like new romantic vibes.
So is that your pick for which album this one goes to?
I would say 1989. Okay. I think it sounds, and I know you're a big fan of New Romantics too, which makes sense that you're a fan of this song, because I do think there's.
I agree with you.
I do think there's some of it in there.
Yeah, that's my favorite. It's my favorite. Okay.
You've said that yourself.
I'll agree with you on that for now. I reserve the right to change my mind on which
album. Okay, please.
Okay, because there's a lot left. Okay, Elizabeth Taylor, track number 2.
Elizabeth Taylor. Let's just sing something.
See, it's hard because this one to me sounds like it could be Reputation, but I think Canceled is the clear Reputation in my head. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. Still great. We're still sticking with the upbeat songs. Like, you're listening to this and you're worried it's not going to be like it's not going to pack a punch because we just came off of so many quiet albums. Even the kind of Midnights was a little bit quiet too.
Yeah.
I'm still like, all right, cool. Of course she's going to put the big upbeat song first. Second song, still like hard percussion in the background. Very upbeat, almost like she's yelling at us. She's angry. I'm getting turned on.
I do love the energy.
Yeah, it's great.
It starts, and I didn't know where we were going with the verse.
It's a step down from the last
And I was
song.
like, I didn't know where we were going with the verse. At first, I was like, maybe I'm not going to like this one. But this chorus fucking slaps. This chorus is an outstanding. Like
when she screams, "And Hollywood hates me."
Yes,
like,
every time the chorus comes on, I have to turn up the volume. It like the chorus. I'm not gonna say it saves the song because the song's not terrible without it, but the chorus elevates this song into something where it's like, okay, I am loving this song.
Yeah, to use that as a negative too, like it is kind of one of those songs that is like you could almost do without the verses.
Yes, and I do think this.
They set it up, of course. They set up the chorus pretty well, but
yeah, I think this song is very Reputation coded. And I say that as a compliment. I say that adoringly.
Yes,
this sounds like it could be on Reputation, like, and because I didn't love Reputation at first, but I say like it sounds like it could be like one of those really good songs on Reputation, and that's what it reminds me of. And I mean that's what it is. I just yeah. There are just some like parts of the chorus that just like stick out where, every now and then I'll just be like, Elizabeth Taylor, and then I'll just be singing other parts.
That bridge is fun. Oh my wide, very flowy.
Yeah,
like,
that's good.
That could put me a little bit in lover territory, maybe. Interesting. Okay, yeah, but this is a good song. The last one I had crazy praises for.
I'd say this is a great song.
Yeah. All right.
It's no Fate of Ophelia, but
it's no Fate of Ophelia. I think it's a little bit of a come down, but we're still like riding a high right now on first listen, which brings us into Opalite. And they're like, oh shit, we are still so here right now. We're still in disco territory. We have so many like musical references in this one too. We get just, to me, pure ABBA, and then we even get like a funny little like Beatles harmony at the very end with like the and then we get the nice like music drops out. She comes back in. I love when she does that. It's the best. Just some of my favorite stuff here. I think it's almost like a Fate of Ophelia Light a little bit. Like it's like not a worse version of that song, but this is very much the same universe as that one. And I think you could pick your favorite. It could be one or the other.
And I do think it is one or the other.
Yeah.
And I think people are liking Opalite more than Fate of Ophelia.
Okay.
My word on the streets. When asked after like one day of listening, when asked what my favorites were, I named 3 songs, and Opalite was not even one of them.
Wow.
Because the first time I listened to it, I did really like it. And I was like, okay, this is great. This is catchy. This is literally exactly what I want to a T. This is so good.
That visualization, Dancing Through the Lightning Strikes is so good.
Yeah. But it didn't stick with me, and so I didn't name it, which was such a miss by me, because now, obviously, it would be in there. Every time I listen to it, I like it more. This is the song I'm really looking forward to every time I drive home. It is so ABBA. ABBA?
Yeah.
I've heard it is so ABBA. It is so, like, the chorus is so
infectious,
pleasing. It is so infectious. It is so exciting. Everything about the song is so good. And
it's almost like it's visual. Like, it's beautiful the way the lightning strikes, the onyx night. Like,
Opal Light. There's the lyrics. There's the lyricism. This could be the all-timer. This could be the one that is there for me. This is like the what?
There's the lyrics.
The Ronettes there. The Be My Baby of it all. It's just, she is pulling from so much. It is so fun, and it just makes me so happy in a way that like Paper Rings did on Lover, when I only wanted to listen to that song. This song just brings such a smile to my face, and this is gonna sound a little gay.
We don't want that here.
It's gonna sound a little gay, but there are times when something is so musically pleasing to me that it'll just start bringing tears to my eyes.
I think I said get a little boner,
and that I'll just get a little gay boner. No, and the part where you're
not crazy. I mentioned to you before, like at the very beginning, like I did cry at some of these songs just because I was so happy. I had the same exact emotion. That
Beatles part where you were saying, where she goes,
yes,
love, and then
the don't you sweat it, baby.
That is so musically pleasing to me that it like if I'm in the right mood, I could probably cry listening to that. It just brings it like
that is gay, and I agree with you. That I think that happened to me.
The tears come to my eyes a little bit, and they're just waiting to get out. And most of the time I'll be like, we're not crying today.
It's a good feeling. Such a good feeling.
It makes me so emotional. It makes me so happy. Like I said, and Paper Rings is one of my favorite Taylor Swift songs of all time.
Yeah.
So this is, if I'm mentioning this with Paper Rings, like that's it. So this song is just, it's I don't know how you could listen to this song and be
like,
anything,
snooze.
unless everything else was like complete and total crap, which is not the case. But I don't know how you could listen to this song and be like, not what I wanted.
How could you not enjoy
then
that?
What the fuck did you want?
You just hate everything.
Because it's like, it's different, but it's also like
it's familiar at the same time.
Yeah.
It's great.
I have nothing but great things.
If you've ever heard a song before, you would like this song.
If you've ever heard music before, I think you're gonna like this one.
Yeah.
Anyone who says they don't like this song is lying to your
themselves.
Is lying to your fucking face. They are.
Yeah.
They're just a hater.
Spit on them.
Sorry.
Track number 4. Father Figure. Interpolation of George Michael. His father figure. Very light interpolation. Very light. Glad she gave him the credit. I noticed it for the first time when I went down to the lyrics, like on Apple Music. At the bottom, it tells you like who wrote it, and I was like, George Michael.
Yeah,
he's been deaf for a long time.
Dug him up,
and then I learned about it. I'd say this is like where we start. This is like a transition song to like the softer stuff.
To the underbelly of the album.
Yeah, the underbelly. But I like it a lot still. This is I like this idea of a song. It's interesting because this is a song about a power dynamic.
Yeah.
And she's kind of singing from both perspectives because she's kind of been on both sides, which is interesting.
You sound just like Taylor did when she was introducing
the
song. Yes.
I didn't see this movie.
Yes. I think you need to credit her. You ripped her off.
Didn't.
You owe her some money right now.
Shit.
There's a lot of interesting things about this song. I think that if I was worried about the lyrics of this album, it is not because of this song. I think this is like lyrically one of the better songs.
Yeah. Especially the dick bigger part.
I think Taylor Swift singing about how her dick's bigger.
It's fucking great, honestly.
Maybe the hottest thing she's ever
I know.
she's ever sang about.
It's awesome.
It is. I was very upset that we got the clean versions in the movie theater.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
On Sirius XM too, you get that. And she says my check's bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It's not bad, but it's not.
Well, I picture her just like winning like a golf tournament.
Yeah.
With a giant check.
It's not my dick's bigger.
Yeah.
I do think this is great lyrically. I think there's some the podcast I listen to, every single album podcast, they also said or the girl Nora did say it was great lyrically, but she thought she was singing it too low energy. I guess it was a little low energy.
Yeah, it's more she's just in her falsetto, I guess.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, it's definitely not sung with the growl of "Who's Afraid of Little Old Me"
right.
or something like that. But but
that's like that speaks to the production of the song too. It's like a little bit like it's the ha 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 in the background. It's like a little bit like
and
a churchy song. I don't know.
You know that one of the things I love most in music is a nice chorus change during the third chorus.
That was my big note for the song. This is one of her best key changes, baby.
Best key change, best lyric change in the chorus. It is so. It is so. It is another one.
It elevates the song. Otherwise, without that, I think it's a kind of a pass.
It's another one that I really love. No, I really loved it going on. Maybe it's just her dick being bigger.
Yeah,
that's really hooking.
But I guess I could get bored of it quickly. But I think that as a dimension to the song that keeps you coming back.
Because I do think the story is. I do love that she's in her mafia boss era.
She's cool.
It's saying protect the family. No, she's not cool. That's the point. She's a fucking dork. But she is cool in this song.
Yeah.
And then I do love the like kind of perspective switch, and you can read it from both ways because as she said and as you said, she's been in both of those situations where she had a father figure like taking advantage of. Like this is obviously about Scott Borchetta, and I don't know exactly what he was about, but he involved in the in the whole thing. Not with her masters, with everything, with her music being stolen from her or whatever was happening. This is clearly about him. But then she's also been in the other role. And when we were watching this, Molly leaned over to me and she said, "There's rumors this is about Olivia Rodrigo." And I was like, "Okay." So
she wanted Liv Rod to kiss the ring.
She did, yes.
Yeah.
And I do think it is kind of like self-aware for her to be singing about that, where she's like painting herself as the villain, which how she treated,
which is I think is really interesting. I think she's the self-awareness I think is a dimension of her that you don't always get.
Right. I wish all of her songs were kind of
self-aware. Also, like I kind of said earlier, you can't read all these songs as like this is exactly what she's talking about
because it never
music.
is.
Yeah.
But there is some a little bit of everything.
Yeah. If it's that easy to figure out, it probably is a good portion of what we think it is.
Yeah. So I do think once Molly said that, because it was like
Sabrina Carpenter did kiss the ring, and look at where she's at.
Exactly. When Molly said that, it was right when Taylor was about to start talking, so I started thinking of it from that perspective, and I do think it maybe was a little bit about Olivia Rodrigo, which is so funny that this is the song that even just such like a minor interpolation she gave George Michael money for and credit for, or George Michael's estate, and she says it like in the little intro where she's like, and that's why it's so important to pay people when you interpolate their music. And I was like, she's like slapping Olivia Rodrigo in the face with
crazy.
Her huge dick right now.
Oh my God,
saying, like,
smacking her with it.
You should have paid like. And I was like, that was so. And she says she's not a savage in the next song, but that was so. I was and I. It was so because it is kind of crazy because this is the only thing that we know of that she gave money to, but we'll mention it when it comes. But there is so many things like we just mentioned in Opalite where it's like there's like the OOO from the Ronettes and like other stuff she may have borrowed from that she's not crediting. There's stuff in Actually Romantic that she may have borrowed and she's not crediting. There's stuff from Life of a Showgirl that apparently maybe she should owe the Jonas Brothers some money. There is stuff in a lot of I believe everyone was thinking when Wood comes on, that little thing sounds like I Want You Back from by the Jackson 5 as soon as it comes on, and she's not crediting those people, at least not publicly. Right. And she's not. We don't know of her giving money to those estates or those people. So So it is very interesting that the George Michael one, something that no one would have caught, is the one that she like makes an example of saying. And it's I believe her philosophy is like, well, I went out of my way to. It was my intention to interpolate George Michael. So because I had the intention,
right.
I'm giving him money. Everything else that sounds like other stuff, like that was unintentional. That just kind of like we had similar ideas.
Which I sort of understand.
Similar.
But I don't know if that's the law. I don't know enough about the law to know what you're supposed to do.
Which is why when Olivia Rodrigo comes out with Deja Vu and everyone's like, oh, the bridge sounds like kind of like the bridge of Taylor Swift's Cruel Summer.
Uh-huh.
She doesn't have any credits to Taylor Swift. In fact, she credits Taylor Swift for when she interprets a different song of hers. She doesn't give her any writing credit for Deja Vu. But as soon as Olivia Rodrigo had an interview where they asked her about it, and she was like, oh yeah, Taylor Swift's Cruel Summer definitely did inspire me. Then all of a sudden, within like
Shouldn't have said that.
Taylor Swift. Oh, so it was your intention to take it from me? Okay, so now here, pay me money, give me writing credit. So I think that's Taylor Swift's philosophy on it, which is very interesting. I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
Right.
I do take Olivia Rodrigo's side in that fight where
she's the little kid.
Taylor Swift was like so punching down by making her do this. And listen, if that's her cross to bear.
You need the writing credit. You need the money.
Right. That's her cross to bear on that one. But I do think it is funny that she made such a point to say it's so important to pay people. And then also, like, I do wish someone would ask her, like, are you paying the other people for interpolating it? Like, do you think you owe anyone else money on this? Because there are stuff, and they played it on the every single album pop. There's stuff that sounds like very similar to other music, and maybe she didn't know about that or she didn't intend it, but
right.
Anyway.
She knows too much about music to not notice it at the same time.
I love Father Figure.
Yeah,
I do.
It's really cool.
So at this point,
it's interesting for her to paint herself in the evil. Like, it's like, oh wow, she does know that she's kind of.
But then it also
scary.
is
she's scary a little bit.
It also is very epic at the end when she's like, where she finally gets one over on Scott Borchetta, and she's like, takes her master's back, like, you fucked with the wrong person, like, and that is also so satisfying to hear. I love that Taylor Swift got her master's back. I'm not like so invested to the point where hearing that is going to make me cry, but I understand if you're getting emotional about it as well. I'm like, she's
because you understand the situation.
I'm pumping my fist.
Yeah, she tried to do it. She accomplished it.
Yeah.
The song reminds you that she is extremely powerful.
And she is. And she reminds us all with that.
Yes.
And at this point, we're 4 songs in. My famed Chipotle 2 and back.
Yes.
I do think that if we kept up this energy throughout the whole album, or if this was like a 4-song EP, this is like perfect. This is going to be one of my favorites. Those 4 songs and the energy they're bringing, it is so good. It is like A level.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, at the very least, A-.
Absolutely.
So good. And now, when we get to the rest of it, this is where I'm going to have some nitpicking.
And that's okay, because we need to speed things along anyway.
Okay. Great.
So let's do that. This is Eldest Daughter, track 5. And yeah, I think, I had a feeling this would be where things start to turn a little bit. It's a divisive song. I think this is where a lot of people come and point to the lyrics. And I'm sure she talked about this in the movie, about what she was doing in this song.
Yeah.
But what did she say exactly in that movie?
I don't fucking remember.
You didn't really give a shit.
I really don't remember. I'm so sorry.
I feel like it was something about how she's writing from the standpoint of, like, she knows she doesn't talk like this. Like, everybody's so punk on the internet. Everybody's so unbothered. Every joke's just trolling and memes, sad as it seems. Like, I think this person is using this to say, like, look how uncool I am. I don't understand how to even use these words. And then she gets to, I'm not a bad bitch. This isn't savage. She's kind of like not poking fun at internet culture, but almost explaining to us that she doesn't understand it and isn't a part of it, doesn't want to be a part of it. And maybe she shouldn't be.
Yeah.
She's not good at it. She famously doesn't like have apps on her phones, doesn't involve in the discourse.
I mean, if that was her goal, then I guess she succeeded.
Yeah.
I don't understand people who point to this song as being like, no, she's still a great lyricist. Look at this.
This isn't me saying this is amazing lyricism. I'm saying
I
don't think it's good or bad.
I think it's bad.
Okay.
I definitely think it's bad. I think as far as track 5 go, this is like one of the weakest ones ever. And, you know, All Too Well, Dear John, even like recent ones like You're On Your Own, Kid,
sure.
Tolerate It. And then we have what sounds like, and I know there's deeper meaning, like she's saying she's the eldest daughter, she's doing whatever, she's bearing the brunt of whatever. But after I get through the first verse and the chorus, it sounds to me, it comes off as saying, people don't think I'm cool. People don't think I'm one of the cool kids. I don't like that. People.
I don't think she. I think she's saying, yeah, people don't think I'm one of the cool kids, and I'm definitely not.
I think she wants to be cool.
You think so?
I think
that's what you're getting from this.
I think she's upset that Charlie XCX doesn't think she's cool. I think she's.
Well, because that's one of the coolest people.
That is one of the coolest people, and she writes a whole song about Charlie XCX in a couple
But
of songs.
Isn't Charlie XCX also insecure around her?
No, I don't think so.
That's not what the song's about.
We can get into it.
Okay.
I think, and I know that it's probably not the main meaning, but by the time the first verse and the chorus hits, I've lost interest enough to that. That's just my understanding of what the song is, and this is some of the. And you're saying it was supposed to be that, and that's great for her, but this is some of the cringiest lyrics that she's either intently or unintentionally doing, and even Molly was like, this is some of the cringy stuff here. It's like I don't know why I saw so many tweets of people that like this song that pointed to like all the eldest daughters were lambs to the slaughter, so dressed like wolves and it was fire. They were like saying how they're emotional. I was like, this is possibly one of the worst lyrics of the album. They're just saying that it's so cringy. I don't like it, and I'm sorry to everyone who wasn't liking what I'm saying. But
you have to be sorry.
It's also kind of boring.
I'm waiting for a big. So musically, I like it. I like the ballad. I like the guitar. It's fun. I'm excited for what the song's about to be when I'm listening to it, and then it never really takes that next level, that kick up to get me like pumped up. I'm waiting for the ballad to turn into like a bigger, more bombastic song, and it just kind of stays kind of mellow throughout. And then granted, I'm also not like a humongous fan of the lyrics, so like I'm not in one of these slower songs that I'm like, oh, but it's really beautifully written. It's not that for me. I don't take as much umbrage as everybody else does with the lyrics, because I sort of understand what she's trying to do, because she is like the awkward girl, and it was showing nakedly how out of touch she is to me. But it's not like beautifully written.
This is your track 5? Come on.
I didn't think about that.
This is your.
Oh my god. Okay, that makes it worse, honestly.
I think this is a good litmus test. I think if you come on and you're saying like this is the best song on the album, I think you're one of those Swifties that are too far gone. I think you're lost. I think
you're over defending.
I don't want you defending this album on the internet because you make us look crazy.
Sure.
I think if you are defending this song and saying it's actually great, I actually don't trust your opinion on Taylor Swift's music, because you will never say anything is bad. You're no better than the people she made that music video with.
I will say I give it like a like, but I'm not, and I think it's really heavily carried by the like production that the song is. It's a fun change from what we've heard so far, and I'm glad to hear like almost like an acoustic song. But that's like mainly where I get my enjoyment from.
This sounds like it could have been on like Tortured Poets or something like that.
Yeah, or even like early days. It could have been.
I do like the bridge. I think the bridge. I like the rhyming in the bridge.
Yeah.
I like it. It sounds good. I'll give her the bridge.
We'll lie back.
Yeah.
A beautiful time left.
The bridge does sound good. She can still write a bridge. God bless her. She can still write a bridge. Of course.
Okay. We are now at, spoiler, my favorite song of the album, Ruin the Friendship. Track 6.
That's crazy. I mean.
Yeah. It's my number 1. This one, to me, it feels like one of her country songs, but she dropped the country act in a way. Like we get like the fun lyrics that each verse takes you a little bit further in time. I like the storytelling aspect of it, like that, and it's fun to hear her do that without having like the voice of like a 14-year-old.
Yeah, this does seem like very fearless. Like
yeah. Like, and I love that album. I could listen to that album front to back. I love even all of the bonus tracks, the vault tracks. I love on that album too. Like we talked about earlier, the twist ending is very fun. It's insane. The twist ending is so insane to me that it makes this song exciting every time I listen to it. Oh my god, she wants to fuck a dead guy so bad. It's so funny.
She's so happy in love right now, but she can't get out of her mind that dead guy that she didn't kiss in high school.
It's so interesting. It was a very weird song to write. It's so bizarre to me that I absolutely love it.
Yes, I came away the first time and I didn't think too highly on it, but to be fair, I wasn't really listening to it that hard because I was trying to figure out what gate I had to drive out of to get out of the parking lot of work, and my mind was on other things that I completely missed the twist ending to the point where I'm watching it in the movie theater. I'm like, oh shit, wow, he died, huh? Imagine watching Shutter Island and like not realizing. Imagine watching The Sixth Sense and you didn't understand that Bruce Willis was dead the whole time. Spoiler alert.
It's as big as that.
That's what this is. It is as big as that. I do like a twist in her. I like the Last Great American Dynasty where she gives a little twist at the end of the day, and then I fucking bought it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You're like, this is an even better twist. It's so funny. It's such like an insane move for Taylor Swift, and of course she does this. Of course she can't let go of the guy that she had a crush on in high school.
She flew him to the funeral. He probably didn't even really talk to him anymore.
I am picturing her just next funeral I go to. I'm just gonna go up to the grave and be like, I should have kissed you anyway.
Open up the casket. It's a closed casket. You open it up and you kiss them anyway. I'm gonna do it right now.
I should kiss you anyway right now.
You live across the street from a graveyard.
And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, Taylor Swift reference. Right?
Get it?
That's funny.
Get it?
Yeah, but it is good. It is kind of different. It is kind of old school.
Yeah.
I do like. Listen, I disagree with the message. You should not ruin the friendship.
No, but that adds to how crazy it is. It is a bad message, and I like that she's giving us bad advice.
Friendship is safe, and you should stay in that friendship because guess what? If that person wanted you to kiss them, you'd fucking know it. So going out on a limb here, let them die.
Yes.
Going out on a limb here, you are going to ruin the friendship.
Kill your friends.
You are going to ruin the friendship, and you're not going to kiss them, and you're going to regret it. You're going to regret that for the rest of your life. So bad advice from Taylor Swift, but a good song. And I will say, best part of the album, obviously, the "Don't You Sweat It, Baby."
Yeah.
That is the best part.
Point.
That is the best part of the album. The third best part of the album is the ending of this song. Where she's, my advice always the friendship. I love.
Yes. So like
I love the ending.
What do you call
song.
that when she's adjusting lyrics to the chorus? Is there a term for that?
Like kind of like a counter melody. Like I'm not a music theory major, but like
yeah, it's amazing. That really is like to take us out on a higher note and not just like repeat the chorus one more time. Like I remember this. This was fun, but she just
layers it on top.
You layer it. You want to end on a high.
I do like, and I like the twist ending. And this is, it's a
belter.
I do like why it's your favorite. I appreciate that. It's not my favorite, obviously.
That's okay.
But it is good. I did, when I listened to it the second time at the movies, I did say, oh, it is actually good. I do like it.
Yeah. To me, like, so you get on me for being obsessed with Bye Bye Baby on Fearless, and this is exactly why. This is another version of that song.
Bye Bye Baby.
Yeah, it gets that
is great. That is the best part of the song.
It's great. It's great. Love this. It's somber. It's weird. It's honestly all over the map, and I love her craziness for it.
Yeah.
So we're still in the pocket right now. We have like one that was kind of a clunker, but it's still fine. I don't think that we haven't fallen off completely.
Let's get to a controversial one.
We get to a controversial one again. Actually romantic. So there's a lot of controversy in the lyrics of the song, and I think you were talking about a little bit earlier of maybe things that she should have given credit to musically as well.
Yeah. I didn't realize this at first until I listened to the Every Single Album podcast, but it is...
You get the Beverly Hills.
It is one of them. Beverly Hills.
And then what's Where's My Mind?
It is Where's My... It's the exact same chords, like Where's My Mind.
But people use the same chords all the time, which is fine.
Which is fine. And it does... The chorus does give beats. A lot of Beverly Hills. I also thought it really reminded me of the song Erase Me by Kid Cudi, which is my favorite Kid Cudi song.
Give me a little bit of that.
She said she's up.
Oh, yeah, that's a great song. Oh, yeah.
She wants to erase me. A couple... And we don't have to go. We're going to get...
I think I hear that even more than the other two songs people are talking about, honestly. You're on.
That's what it reminds me. But I don't think that song is as big as Where's My Mind or Beverly Hills, so I think that's a lot more common. And maybe, who knows? Maybe Kid Cudi's suing the fuck out of Taylor Swift.
Maybe, hopefully. He should get what's his.
I like Kid Cudi.
Me too.
I like him a lot. I like that he's a depressed man.
Yeah.
It's very relatable.
Yeah. Because she talks about being depressed and releases shit like this.
So yeah, there is some controversy there where it does sound like a lot of songs, and there are a reason those songs are fucking bangers.
It's also like, for me, it's not like a one-to-one of a song, but funny we were talking about how Liv Rodriguez should have paid her before, because this is also like basically an Olivia Rodrigo song. This could be on any of her albums.
Yes, that
100%.
is true. That is true also. It is a very rock song. It is. This would be like something that is on her like angsty Speak Now album with like Better Than Revenge or something like that. This song, and I'm saying, people love Where's My Mind, people love Beverly Hills, people love Erase Me. Say what you want about the content of the song.
And who maybe about.
This song fucking slaps.
It fucking rocks so hard.
I love listening to this song. I love singing. And I said earlier, I will not tolerate Charlie XCX slander in any form, and I do stand by that. You obviously love listening to the song as well, right?
Yeah. No, you hear it start, and you're like, oh my God, we're getting this right now? You know what it is immediately, because I guess it is very familiar with other music, but you know what it is in a good way. Like, I can't wait to hear what else she says in this song. It's just so fucking fun. My one gripe with it is that I honestly wish, with all these other versions she's releasing, I wish there was like a fucking hard rock version. It's like I want to hear almost like a punk rock band cover the song so badly. It would be so good, because I want it to be just like louder altogether. But I love the structure of it. It's a really fun song. She hasn't really done one like this before.
It is very fun, and then lyrically, you also know what you're getting right from the beginning.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the whole Charlie XCX of it all, the lyrics of it all?
Yeah, I wasn't aware. Like, some of the songs, if you know Taylor well enough, you understand what she's talking about, like we said before. This one I had to do a little research, because there's nothing super explicit, and I think the super fans did a little bit of sleuthing and maybe were aware of some beef that I wasn't aware of, because I'm not like heavily on the internet. And then once you know what they're talking about, you read the lyrics and you're like, okay, I sort of get it. But I think it's vague enough where it could be about anything, but I'm sure it's partially pulling from that feud a little bit. I don't know. It's not great if she's calling her out again, because she is like the most powerful artist and maybe person in the world. That's not a politician.
Ring. Kiss the fucking ring.
But all pop music is sort of like a beef with one another. It's fun to have beef. Is kind of fun. It's been fun for as long as music's been around. So I think it makes each other better. Honestly, maybe Charlie XCX she'll come back with something even better than this.
Is the song good? Yes.
Yes.
I will not tolerate Charlie XCX slander.
So you're 100% on the fact that this is absolutely about her.
Stop it. Listen, so I guess I missed the first verse when I was driving home. Maybe I just figured out what gate to get out of, and I was because I understood what the song was about. It was like, oh, it's about someone who's a hater. Like, who is it about? Whatever. When Lita then said this about the Charlie XCX of it all, I was like, oh, is it about, like, maybe that's just like a theory? Other people saying Charlie XCX, and like, oh, maybe that. I mean, obviously there's some hints. Maybe it's her and other people. Then when I watched it in the theater, she comes on and she said,
"This is about Charlie."
I thought she was going to say it. She says in the intro, "This is just about your haters." Like, she should have said, "This is about Charlie XCX," because when that first verse sells, like, there is no one else it could be. This is the first verse. It says, you called me boring Barbie when the coke got you brave. Charlie XCX does coke. Charlie XCX is called Taylor Swift boring Barbie.
She has said that out loud?
Yeah, okay. I think we might be onto something. Then high-fived my ex, and
well, there you go.
I'm telling you that you, like, okay, she hangs out with the 1975 a lot because she's married to one of the band members.
Right.
So who's high-fiving her ex? Maddie Healy. It's fucking Charlie XCX. Okay, so this is definitely Charlie. Then wrote a song about how it makes you sick to look at my face. That's a fucking Charlie XCX song. Like, you cannot say this is about anyone else. This is about Charlie XCX. And maybe Charlie XCX shouldn't have vaguely come for Taylor Swift. Why does Taylor Swift care so much? Because, as we go back to Eldest Daughter, she's wants to be one of the cool kids. Yeah. It is one of the only things she does not have. She is the most powerful person in the world, but she will never be cool. When you look,
you're too popular to be cool.
And it's not even that. She is just a fucking dork.
No, that too. I know. But even if she was fucking cool at heart, she can't. When
I saw the Pretty Reckless, Taylor Momsen is so fucking cool. Miley Cyrus is cool. Billie Eilish is cool.
Yeah.
Charlie XCX is fucking cool. Taylor Swift will never be cool, and I'm sure there is some parts of her where it's like, I want to be cool, and it kind of sucks that these people kind of make fun of me, and I'm sure she does get sad about that. But maybe write a song about how it makes you sad, or maybe that is just fucking lame too. But to do this, to punch down, because it definitely is punching down on Charlie XCX.
Because I would say otherwise, without her status, I would say, who cares? This is what artists do back and forth. But you're right about it being a punch down.
It is punching, and I don't like it. When you're Taylor Swift, you have to be very careful with what you do, because your fans are insane, and you are inviting a legion of dedicated fans to start sending death threats to Charlie XCX or whatever. And Charlie's not going to care, because, like I said, she's fucking cool. But
I do think one of the songs that was about Taylor, though, I think talks about how this person, Taylor Swift, makes her feel insignificant in ways like backstage or something
Yes,
like that.
yeah.
So which makes me feel even worse that she comes after this person that already feels like scared around her.
And it's also just so dishonest because she says in the little intro where she's like, yeah, it's about like someone where like I can't believe they're still talking about me because I don't even think about you at all. You can't fucking claim that. You wrote a fucking like Charlie XCX did these 3 things which are kind of like objectively funny. She got high on coke and called you boring Barbie. Pretty cool.
Right.
She high-fived your ex, which is pretty petty, and then she said seeing your face makes you sick, and this got you so up in arms that you wrote an entire song and tried to pretend like you were above it. Right. But like you can't claim that.
But I also like that in the way that she says she doesn't care, because in the lyrics she talks about like you must love me so much I don't even think about you.
Right.
Again, writes a whole song about it, which is so it's a crazy person move, and I like when she's like really weird and petty.
I do too, but
it's entertaining.
Like we were saying, I also like when she's self-aware. So in the intro, if she's like, honestly, this is about someone who pissed me off, and I like
and here I go.
And I wrote a song. That's so much more likable than being like, I don't even care, and I wrote a song about how I don't care, which is bullshit.
This song kind of farted out of me. I didn't mean it.
Yeah, I didn't even write this actually. I improvised it. I just kind of sang the first thing in mind.
Like, otherwise, like, but great individual song. Like,
the song is great.
The song is great.
I like the song.
If it wasn't about Charlie XCX, you would probably even like the lyrics.
Maybe. If it was about a fake person. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like coming for Charlie XCX.
Sure.
You're not going to win that war. And I think Charlie should just do nothing because she already won. Having Taylor write a song, she was so bothered by the small things that Charlie did that she wrote a whole song about it. Like, Charlie has won this.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't need to do anything else.
Okay. Heard. I overall agree with you.
Okay, cool.
Next song, Wish List. This looks fun, but I think we're getting to the back end of the album here. I think this could be a song that people maybe point to or like, this is bullshit. You're like the richest person in the world, and you're about to marry another rich person. What are you talking about? You want the simple life. I get that too. This, I think I have more credibility to say she's able to still write songs and be in character, and like this is a throwback to her old self, and like again the country version of herself. I'm like, I just want the simple life. I had the good, I understand what people are saying, and a lot of the lyrics are maybe also cringy. Like we got the bright lights and Balenci shades.
That's good.
there's like sometimes the like specifics that she uses are weird and cringy. Mm-hmm. And you could say a lot of the things that she says other people want is what she sort of has. But I don't know. It's fictional.
It is fictional.
Yeah.
I don't get this song. I don't understand what the point. Like she's like, they want this, they want this, they want this. I just want you though. But the things she's like saying they want, like I don't understand the correlation because these, I guess these are also stuff that I feel like she wants. So I don't understand it. I also think this song's pretty boring musically.
Yeah.
I think this is I heard it and I was like, oh, could be one of the freaking like 3 a.m. tracks on Midnights.
Yeah.
And then specifically the Everything album podcast did say it sounded like Glitch, and I was like, it does sound like Glitch.
Oh. Yeah.
So that not one of my.
I say I like it better than Glitch,
either.
but that's one of my least favorite songs in the entire project. There.
So it's not one that I enjoy. So this is definitely a clunker for me on the album.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's not clunker for me, but I think it's one like when we were talking about songs we absolutely love, there's an aspect to the song that is like she keeps your interest with it, and the only thing that this song has going for it is when she finally does the last chorus, she layers her vocals and does some of like the high harmonies with her yelling in the background, which is like one of her trademarks of any like good pop song she does. So it's nothing new. It just kind of saves the song a little bit.
I do like the bridge again, much like the last one I had a problem with. I do like the bridge in this one again. She can always write a good bridge.
Yeah.
But also it's just like, okay, great. So you just want the picket fence and the basketball hoops and like, okay, fantastic. I think here's my next litmus test. I think if this is one of your favorites on the album, if this is your favorite on the album, I think you are way too invested in Taylor Swift's personal life. And and listen, she made her life very public, and I think it is normal to be happy for her. I'm happy for her that she's happy. I think some people are a little too invested, and I think that if this song is bringing you to tears, I think that you are too invested. And should take
this song is very
back.
corny. I think it's almost got like the lyricism of like debut or like some of the like cornier Fearless songs.
Yeah, I think this
but
is
then it
another
has
one
like
where I'm looking at it
trap
lyrically.
beats and stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's like it's a merging of worlds that don't need to be merged in a way, and it feels like maybe this is one of the ones like you could say is like a little bit lazily written. I don't know.
Yeah, where I'm like, this is the one where I can tell she was writing this in Sweden on her off days.
Sure. But still, like it's entertaining enough for me. Like I won't turn the song off.
I don't think it is entertaining enough for me.
I'm sorry. This is a full-on skip for you.
No, I mean, I haven't skipped it yet, but it's not something I would revisit.
You're studying for this podcast.
Yeah, and what was I going to say? Oh, and they brought, not to just keep crediting every single album, but they also brought out, like, she goes from kind of like Lavender Haze, where she's like, I don't want that 1950s shit, like, don't paint me in that box, to now she's like, I want a heteronormative relationship. And listen, she doesn't have to be gay if she doesn't want to be.
Yeah.
But she's like, now I do want that. All I've ever wanted actually is just to have a husband and a picket fence and kids and to live on the neighborhood and to have a basketball hoop. And it's like, didn't you just say that you didn't want people to paint you in that box?
Right,
and now you're saying, just kidding, I've always wanted this. And it's it feels like sort of like a regression. And I do get that point.
But it's just another song, and not every single song she writes is like 100%
is
from
the Bible,
her for first person.
It's true.
You know,
this one,
but I understand that sentiment. It does feel like overall, like in the grand scheme of things, you'd like her to maybe get gayer. I don't know.
I will say that I think the straighter Taylor Swift gets, I think her music does suffer a little.
Sure.
I think 1989 to Evermore, and probably even Midnights is like her gay era, and she's gotten much. And believe it or not, we'll get to this too. She got very straight, and maybe it's the Travis of it all. He's just such a straight guy that it's.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like this whole album was inspired by her straight relationship.
Yeah. She got, and I will not elaborate on this. She got very straight during Tortured Poets Apartment, and she's gotten even straighter now. And music does suffer a little bit because you get stuff like this.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for not elaborating.
I won't. If you know, you know.
As we get to Wood.
Listen, we did get something for the Gaylors in Actually Romantic when she was talking about how wet Charlie XCX makes her. But that was
yeah. Okay, yeah. What are you talking about?
But that's more like an anger thing. That's
yeah. So, I'm wet with anger.
Yeah, I'm wet with anger.
You come with anger.
So don't get wet with anger. I heard you say.
That's good. Is it so horrible to be straight for a big hard cock though?
No. If you're gonna be straight for a big hard cock. Here's my next litmus test. If you are hating on this song, you fucking hate fun. This is actually a fun. This is this is showing the benefits of her friendship with Sabrina Carpenter.
She's finally able. She's doing Sabrina Carpenter, and people are mad about it. Like, no, you're supposed to be Disney only.
And you hate how funny Sabrina Carpenter is, but this is
only on camera. Only on camera.
Behind the mic.
No more specials, please. Please don't, for the love of God, no more specials. Behind the mic, lyrically, very funny person, and you have to think that maybe she helped her with these lyrics because this screams Sabrina Carpenter. She's on this album, obviously. This is so fucking fun. This also has that Jackson 5 kind of like. It's that starts the fun, that begins the fun. Then we get really horny. She claims that the song started with her just trying to do almost like a superstition song, like this. I don't have to knock on wood because I'm not superstitious. Like these bad things could happen, but I'm not afraid of them.
Yes.
Knock on wood. And then it all of a sudden just became horny. I don't buy it. I think she was from day one. Let's make a fuck song. Let's make a big cock song.
Let's do every innuendo we can possibly think of.
Right, and like almost like not even mask them at all. These aren't really even innuendos. It's just like I love big fat dick.
Yeah. It was the laugh of the movie when she comes on and explains this song. She's just like, this song is about superstitions and how and like just whatever, and just stops it and the song plays. And like everyone knew that wasn't what it's about. Everyone gave a nice little laugh for that. But it's funny, it's fun, it's catchy, it's fun.
It's horny. She's never horny. Let her be horny.
She said akmatized.
Akmatized is so good. I love that. See, that's if someone thinks that's cringy, that annoys me because I think that is just pure fun.
It is fun.
Akmatized.
It's dorky, but it's not
dorky.
Cringy. Right. There's a difference. It's a little dorky that she did that, but it's not cringy. It is just fun. And I think
these lyrics are maybe not like, they're not poetry, but they're silly. No. They're trying to be silly, and they are silly and fun.
Let her write a song like that. More songs should be written about Travis Kelce's hog. As soon as people were complaining about that, I was like, why don't you want songs about Travis Kelce's hog? Why don't you want songs about more people's hogs?
Yeah.
Like, this is, no
We need
wonder
more hog songs.
No wonder Travis Kelce was on his podcast being like, this is the greatest album I've ever fucking heard. Everyone should listen to track 9 specifically.
I was saying to Nicole, I was like, what must have felt like to like go to the locker room after this came out? But I was like, he's walking to the locker room like naked. They already know how big his dick is.
That's true.
Like, never mind.
They know how big
Throw that whole thing out.
that redwood is.
Yeah.
It's just, like, is it going to win her the Grammy for Song of the Year? No, probably not.
But I think this is a great thing to have in her collection.
Of course. It's different. It's different than anything she's ever written before.
Yeah, absolutely. And it sets you up for Sabrina's appearance, which is surprisingly not sexual. So at least we have something sexual, and Sabrina Carpenter is here because her feature is not horny.
Not horny at all, yeah.
Not horny at all. That brings us to track 10, Cancelled, which is my least favorite track of the whole album.
Is it a skip?
I haven't skipped it yet because I was trying to digest everything, but I think this might be a skip moving forward for me. Because I sort of get the point, and I don't really care that much about what it's about, and I don't like the musicality of the song at all.
I think we have a new contender for worst Taylor Swift song.
Wow. Wow.
This is
okay.
So bad. Because regardless of who this is about or what this is about or what the thing, it is so tone deaf. It screams of 35-year-old white billionaire complaining about cancel culture and saying, I want to hang out with the people that have been canceled. It screams, even if this is, people say it was about Blake Lively, and maybe it was, I don't know, I don't care. It reads that the first thing I think is Brittany Mahomes, because people were getting on her for being friends with Brittany Mahomes, with her politics, with Brittany Mahomes being like taking pictures with Donald Trump and being Republican, and to write a song that is like, well, good thing I like my friends canceled. You are inviting people to be like, okay, so why are you hanging out with Republicans? Why is this? And even if that is not the point, even if whatever,
you're inviting it.
You are, and it still, you're using the word canceled. You are complaining. You are one of the rich, out of touch people complaining about cancel culture, which is so disappointing to have Taylor Swift do. On top of that, I'm trying to decide where I want to go now.
Okay, a lot of complaints.
I'll compare this to another song that was also a contender for worst Taylor Swift song of all time. It is the same energy, but on the complete opposite end of the aisle in You Need to Calm Down, where she is like singing, where she actually sings the line, "Shade never made anybody less gay," and now, which is kind of cringy. And now, I feel like her Republican fans are like cringing. They're like, "Ooh, not like this, Taylor."
And not like this. You can come to us, but not right now.
But it makes me miss it. It makes me like, well, at least in her lover era, in her gay era, when she was gay, and she was like, coming out, me, exclamation point. Where at least she was saying these things that, like, where a powerful person was saying it's okay to be gay, was making statements like this, saying that it was wrong, like sticking up for the LGBT community and other stuff too. Where is that, Taylor? She doesn't have to. It would be nice if she's going to put out a song called Canceled and say, I like that my friends are
getting what they deserve.
Yeah. It would be nice to shout, like she did it before, instead of writing a song about how I'm friends with Brittany Mahomes and I don't care what you guys fucking think about it. It would be nice if she would, stick up for like trans people or something that are people that are getting killed. Like, not to get serious.
Sure.
It would be like she did it before. She's kind of stopped doing it and now is going in like this direction, which is just weird to me,
unnecessary
to do. And then on top of that, it's not good. It's not a good song. There is nothing good it's not like.
Yeah, the message isn't covered up by something that's an absolute bop.
Right. It's not like I have to be like, pretend not to like it, and then I'm like, oh, but it actually kind of there's nothing musically redeeming about this song.
Yeah.
From the beginnings, from the verses, where it's like, nah, nah, nah. It feels like this is a first draft of a song. It's like I'm just humming a melody in my head and now putting words to it. The rhyme scheme is like off. She's like running out of words to rhyme with. It reminds me of like Bad Blood, where she's like rhyming blood with blood or whatever. Like,
yeah, it could be Bad Blood. It could be like, it almost gives me the energy of Look What You Made Me Do, which I know you've turned around on and you like now.
Yes, this I was gonna say that it's giving Reputation, but this time like derogatorily.
It's
giving bad Reputation.
Yeah, I think that's why I didn't really dive too deep into what this song meant, because even if I wanted to really kind of dissect it, it was hard to, because as you're listening passively, I'm like, I don't really know what she's talking about, and I also hate what I'm listening to, so I'm not really going to dive in deeper.
It's so bad lyrically. It's not so bad musically, but it's nothing. There's nothing good about it musically.
No.
There's nothing that
it's kind of like abrasive. Song.
Yeah, at least that part. I guess. I don't know. It's just the lyric. Did you girl boss too close to the sun is up there for one of the worst things I've ever heard.
I believe that's a reference to some famous TikTok or whatever.
Well, apparently, I heard it's a reference to Candace Owens said that. Taylor Swift and Blake Lively or something, girl boss too close to the sun, so it's a direct reference to that.
Okay.
And if it's a direct reference to that, maybe there is some Blake Lively in it, whatever, then I don't know what's
But it's also confusing
because
wasn't she trying to distance herself from Blake? Like, she didn't want to be a part of that scandal at all, so that's even more confusing to me with this song.
Right.
It's all around confusing and bad, and on top of the metaphors being mixed and confusing, none of it flows well together at all. It's very choppy and
right. And then to say another thing where it's like, did you tell a joke only a man could? It's like, that's not what this is about. Like, you've been quote unquote canceled before. Like, people have gripes with you and your friends for more valid reasons than like, and whatever. I let you fly on your jet and do whatever you need to do. But it's like, to just kind of like laugh it off and be like, it's because we're telling jokes that only men can, which is a thing that is, but it's not what we're talking about right now. So it's like, I don't know.
And
it's tone deaf at the very least.
To leave a shadow of a doubt, it might not be specifically about those people that you're talking about.
Did you girl boss too close to the sun? I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah,
at the very least, it's tone deaf.
It probably is,
and
about
it's annoying.
Those things. Yeah, it's just overall not an enjoyable listen.
That's a skip.
Here's not a skip.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna rush past these two so we have time for segments. This is track 11, Honey. This is apparently the first song she wrote for the album.
She ever wrote. Oh.
First song she ever wrote.
She's been saving it for now.
Uber vault track.
She's been saving it till she fell in love with someone.
Yeah. Again, this is another like straight, boring message, but the trap beat behind it is fun. Yeah. It's like the message is at least understandable, because
Yep.
Honey and Sweetheart can be like a condescending message to people and to women. So I get that a lot of times it is. So this is sweet that her guy can call her honey, and she now has a new meaning for the word. She loves it. I call my wife honey. It honestly started out as a joke, and then it turned into what we would just call each other. So I appreciate it in that respect.
So sentimental, so
schmaltzy. I just love it. The melody is beautiful. It's really fun. It's a song you bop your head to. There's that little fun instrumental break that you have like later in the song with the fun clarinet and just like the cool drums.
Yeah,
and it gets back to the trap beat.
It's kind of like jazzy. And there's also the trap stuff. Like it is. It's something kind of new. I'm not saying she's never done anything like this before, but it's not something we hear a lot for. Yeah, it's new enough. We needed something different to rescue us from the disaster that was canceled. And as soon as I hear that piano part in the beginning, I was like, okay, we're back. I feel like the placement is weird because it might not be enough to like. I'm still thinking about how mad I am at canceled. that I wish that maybe I'd like this more if this was in a different spot of the album or something. Like, I'm not here to rearrange the album order, but
which we could do as a segment.
Yeah. I hear the piano and I'm thinking, oh, folklore, and then it kind of gets into then it kind of gets in the chorus. I'm like, oh, Lover, and it's like it's
it is Lover.
Yeah, it is. All the comments I see about this is how underrated it is.
It's kind of stripped down
which maybe it's not underrated anymore.
Sure.
But
it might be because it's so far back in the album too.
But yeah, for sure. But the jazzy kind of element, there's some kind of like R&B at certain points. There's
There's a lot of layers that are quiet behind it too. There's a lot going on.
It has a lot of everything, and it is just really sweet, and it is fun to sing along to. And I do like how she says, "Pause, honey."
Yeah, we love that. Love the pause.
Love how she says "pause, honey," and she just kind of "honey." Really good.
Yeah, the way she says "honey" is very like she like hangs on that N a little bit. Honey. She sticks on it like honey. You know what I'm saying? That's good. That's good. Write it down.
Keep that in. Keep that in. Editor. Note. Keep that in.
Yeah, I like that song a lot. And it brings us to our grand finale. We had heard there would be a Sabrina Carpenter feature, and here it is.
We prayed that it wouldn't be her doing comedy.
Thank God it's not. We get her on the title track of the song. It's the album closer. It's a big like concept song.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the concept. I appreciate it. This is like kind of the lyrical vibe I thought was going to happen throughout the entire album, and we only really get it in the title song, which is interesting. So instead of a thematic album, we get a thematic song, and it's fun. It's very like not Hollywood, but just like it's like a Broadway show sort of in a song with two people. I love a good second verse entry of a new singer.
Don't steal my talking points.
And a great singer.
Don't steal my talking points.
It's sometimes funny when a clearly better singer comes in and does a second verse. It's always interesting to me. But I really like Sabrina here.
This is my pick for underrated song on the album.
Okay.
I don't hear really anyone talking about this song as one of their favorites, and it is one of my favorites.
Okay.
You mentioned the featured artist coming in second verse. That I mentioned one of my favorite things is the chorus change. Is a chorus change at the end or a
yeah.
My favorite thing is, of course, when a featured artist comes in and sings the second, because you're like waiting for it. You're like, I see their name in the when are they going to start singing? And
you know she respects her enough to give her the entire second verse.
And you're like, yes, here she is. And then that's the second best part of this album, when Sabrina Carpenter comes in for the second verse.
We had the first, second, and third.
Yes. That's another thing that could almost bring me to tears. I don't know why. This also gives me kind of folklore Evermore, because that is when I think Taylor was at her most creative, where she's like writing a story about something else.
Yeah.
I think their voices sound amazing together. I think that the verses are great. When Sabrina comes in with the second verse, it's great. The chorus apparently sounds a lot like a Jonas Brothers song, so that is interesting. But the chorus when they sing,
it does.
Yeah.
I'm hearing it now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Chorus when
I'm feeling so cool.
There it is. The chorus when they sing together, and just the it gets stuck in my head. Then they go hard on the bridge as well, and then the outro is also really good. And she ends with like the actual
the show
footage
audience,
of the show audio. I think this is a perfect album closer.
No, it feels that way.
Life of Ophelia was a perfect album opener. This is a perfect album closer.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And this. I am a huge fan. I will ride for this song, and I think more people should be talking about it.
I agree. I think this album perfectly encapsulates her feelings.
This is another one. It gets stuck in my head all the time. It's
yeah. No, it's very, very good, and I think, like you said, perfect placement. Just wraps things up perfectly, and the outro is great. My only gripe, like I said earlier, is maybe Sabrina could have been used for a hornier song, but we get the horny song with her on her own instead, which is fine.
What do you want? You want her to come in on Wood and be like, I like Travis Kelce's cock too.
And she's like, watch it. No, this is great. This is great. I wish they would do this more. I hope that...
Release a whole album together.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That would be good.
Jay-Z Kanye style?
Write that down.
Write that down. Fantastic. I think that wraps up our thoughts on the album. Do you want to give it a letter grade?
Yeah. I was thinking, when I was in my era of being more down on it, I was thinking easy B, but I do think that this is I think there's enough misses for me that this is a B plus. I think that the highs are pretty high, and I really do like it, and a B plus is great, especially for Taylor Swift. For like a B plus Taylor Swift album is like, other person's
for sure.
Like, but it's not one of my like top 3 favorites. I don't know where exactly it falls.
Yeah, we'll rank.
But there is a lot of stuff that I do like, and like I said, I'm putting the if I'm driving home, I'm putting this on over Tortured Poets Apartment. I'm putting this on over Midnight.
I agree with that.
So this is at the very least, is my favorite album of her last 3, and I really like it. I think there is just a touch too many swings and misses for it to be A minus or A.
But the highs are high.
Yes, so I would give this a B plus.
I hate to agree with you on our first episode, but I really do. I had B plus in mind before you even said it.
I almost went B, but it is a B plus.
Yeah. So even after talking about it, sometimes when you talk about something, it sways your opinion, and maybe you did, but I think... Subconsciously, of course. The highs are so high, and if I just carve out the couple songs I dislike, it's like an A album for me. Mm-hmm. So I think those couple of clunkers, Canceled especially, brings it down at least 1 letter grade. And then, like the Wish List being like an okay song.
Bad song.
Okay to medium plus good song. And the Ruin of Friendship is one of my all-time new favorites. Fatal Ophelia could be like one of my top 10 songs ever. The highs are really, really high, and the lows aren't that low if you fully subtract Canceled from this.
I know you want to wrap this up. Can I just say, every time I listen to this album on the way home from work, the very next song that they play after is Nobody's Son off of the Sabrina Carpenter the Sabrina Carpenter album. I like that song more than any song on the Taylor Swift album. That is a contender for my song of the year.
Oh, wow.
So we might have to do a whole separate podcast about Nobody's Son.
I like Go-Go Juice a lot.
I like that too, but Nobody's... I don't know what it is about. I think it is like a perfect song from beginning to end. It gets me going.
Okay.
Anyway, that's a plug for Nobody's Son.
I'll talk to you later about this. Okay. I like the album. I think it's a tale of two halves, that album, for me. But, okay. Segments. We have time for, I guess, both of these. We have about 12 minutes left in the mixer. I talked to you about this before we did this.
Okay.
We're going to blind rank 5 songs from this album that Nicole wrote down for us. Okay. I haven't seen either one of these. Okay. So I will start with
the slow wife of the pod.
Slow wife of the pod. Let's see how slow she really is. She wrote all the songs in order, actually. She fucked up this whole thing.
And she ranked them for us.
So I'm going to read out a title for you of the song.
Okay.
You have the slots being 1 through 5.
Okay.
Do you know how this works otherwise? You've seen this on the internet before?
I'm familiar with the concept, I think. I've never really done one of these. So I just put it where I think it's going to go. And
Yeah, but you know there's more songs coming, so you don't want to waste your one spot.
Yeah.
You kind of get it. You're a smart guy.
It's a stupid idea.
Here we go.
Not a stupid idea on your part. Stupid idea in general.
That happens. I think you're going to enjoy this, though.
Okay.
The first song I will say to you out loud.
Okay.
Where do you put Ruin the Friendship? You have all 5
spaces
available to you.
I'll put it right there at 3.
Okay. Very safe. Next song. Fatal Ophelia.
See, it's tough because there's not much that
you don't
beats
know what
it.
else is coming.
But I would hate for Opalite to come up and not be able to get that one slot. It's either got to be 1 or 2. I'll put it at 1, and then if Opalite comes out, I'll just have to suck it up and put it at 2.
Actually romantic.
I have to save that 2 spot for something better, so I got to go 4.
I like you. You're good at this game.
Thank you.
So we have 1, Fatal Ophelia.
Yeah.
2, Ruin the Friendship.
No, 3. 3, Ruin.
3, Ruin the Friendship.
How do you mess this up?
4, Actually Romantic.
Yeah.
Opalite.
Gotta put it at 2. Unfortunately, put it at 2. That's why this is stupid. Like, what's the point? We know
you can win this game. You just
we
lost
know.
it.
I think Opalite's number 1.
And the last one is Life of a Showgirl.
Oh fuck!
Yeah,
I lost.
You lost.
I gotta put that 5. Nah, it's fucked up. I gotta put it 5.
That's where it is. So you chose. Read them out. What's 1 through 5?
Fate of Ophelia. Opalite. Ruin the Friendship. Actually Romantic.
Life of a Showgirl.
Life of a Showgirl.
Wow. You hate Life of a Showgirl.
Did you set me up?
Got him.
Wow. You hate Life of a Showgirl.
All right, now your turn to host.
That's bad. Okay.
I'm scared.
Those are like 5 of my favorites. I would actually have Ruin the Friendship at 5 there. Just
interesting.
Not to piss in your gym shorts or something.
Oh, you could do that too quick if you want. If you want to put these where you would.
Yeah, Opalite, Fate of Ophelia, Life of Showgirl, which are my top 3 of the album.
Wow.
And then Actually Romantic would be 4, and then Ruin the Friendship would be 5. But they're like 5 of my top 6 on the album.
So
like
she picked interesting ones for you.
6 or 7
well, these were just kind of meshed up in my shorts, so I don't know who she meant for who.
That's true. Okay, here we go. Wish list.
Oh God.
With $$. T.
I don't know if she had any crossover between these 2 lists. Also, when she wrote these down, do you think she used 5 she didn't use on yours? That would be kind of insane. I'm gonna put Wish list at 4.
Okay. Elizabeth Taylor.
Oh man. I like that song, but we haven't talked about it in so long in this podcast that it feels like it's long.
For me, I think the first 4 and the last one, Life of Showgirl, and the top 4 and the first 4 tracks are like my top 5 of the album.
I'm gonna stay safe and leave some room for some great stuff. I'm gonna put Elizabeth Taylor at 3.
Okay. So you have Wish list at 4.
I'm hoping I get a Fatal Ophelia or Opalite to put up in the top 2.
Honey.
Okay. I like that better than the first 2 I said so far, so I'll put that at...
You're doing good.
3.
Didn't you already have
2?
Elizabeth Taylor.
I put that at 2. So I have Honey, Elizabeth Taylor, Wish list at 2, 3, 4.
You might end up winning. Eldest Daughter.
So if I say this for number 1, that would be insane, first of all. It's because it's just not true. But I might like something less than Eldest Daughter that comes up. What if Cancelled comes up for instance?
Right. For instance.
Then I have Cancelled at my number 1.
Right.
but you kind of give me a
Do you want
hint
to play it
with
safe?
what you said.
Yeah, I guess.
So I'll put it at 5.
The inexperience is showing.
Yeah.
And then this is your number 1 now. Wood.
Okay, perfect.
And that's not
I'm
bad.
fine with
That's
that.
not
I'm fine
bad.
with that,
You know, based on what you got, Wood, Elizabeth Taylor. No, Wood, Honey, Elizabeth Taylor, Wishlist, Eldest Daughter is not a crazy list.
That's not a crazy list. It's not a crazy list. Okay, good.
I would have Elizabeth Taylor as my clear number 1 of those 5. And there were 5 different ones.
I think I like Wood better.
Give me the 8 tracks.
She really did. Yeah, interesting. Okay, I guess we can quickly do our song rankings, and then we can get out of here. I'll run through mine quickly. These might have even changed since we started talking about this, but my number 1 song, Ruin the Friendship. Love that song very, very much. Number 2, The Fate of Ophelia. I have Honey at 3 over Opalite.
Wow.
I love Honey. Opalite's my number 4.
That's crazy.
I have Actually Romantic at number 5. I have Wood all the way at number 6. Father Figure at 7. Eldest Daughter at 8. I have Elizabeth Taylor underneath that right now at number 9.
That's crazy.
Life of a Showgirl at 10. Wishlist at 11.
Crazy.
Canceled at 12.
Where did you have Eldest Daughter?
At number 8.
That's a crazy list. I know my tops and I know my bottoms. There's a little bit of a messy middle.
Okay.
Should I go bottom to top? Or
Sure, go bottom top.
All right, 12 canceled, obviously. 11 Wishlist, obviously.
Okay, we have that in common.
10 Eldest Daughter, obviously.
Okay, we're not too far off there.
Now, this is
It gets sloshy. It gets sloshy here.
9, I talked about how much I like Wood, but it is kind of like a joke song.
Yeah, it's
So
novelty
like,
almost.
So it's like, I think the other ones I kind of, not respect more, but whatever. So I probably would put Wood 9, even though it is, these are the good songs.
But you like this.
These are the good
up,
songs.
you enjoy.
I do. So
Which
Wood,
says a lot about a great album. B+.
That's right.
Yeah.
Those 3 songs really bring it down.
Yeah.
So 9, I'm going to go Wood. Hey. 8, I mean, it's tough because I really do like these songs. 8, I got to go Honey, even though it was your number 2 or 3.
Number 3.
It's fine. It's good. It's good.
It's good.
7, I'll go Ruin the Friendship, even though that's your number 1.
Wow.
I know, crazy. 6, I'll go Actually Romantic.
It had one of the top 3 moments of the album.
It does, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. 6, I'll go Actually Romantic because that's just such a bop, even though I will not tolerate Charlie XCX slander.
Okay.
I'm making shirts that say I will not tolerate
that's fine.
Charlie XCX slander. And then, like I said, first 4 tracks and the last track are my 5 favorites. So 5, I'm going to go Elizabeth Taylor. That chorus is out of this world. 4, I'm going Father Figure, which isn't anywhere on this.
Yeah, interesting.
Father Figure, I think, is very fun lyrically. Love the chorus change. Love her talking about her dick. 3, Life of Showgirl, which we just talked about. 2, Fate of Ophelia, which is such a bop. And 1, Opalite, which just makes me happier than a lot of songs.
Anything.
So, yeah.
Good rankings. I think we're both correct.
How do we do it?
Free frame.
Oh, did you actually want? No, we'll save it for the next pod.
It was a joke. Oh
Yeah, okay, no. Sometimes I don't get it.
Sometimes I don't really get you.
Sometimes I'm the wife of the slow pod.
Well, I think that about wraps things up. I didn't really plan on how to get out of here. What do you want to say? I could use one of those alts from before. And he's got his hand stuck in a jar of honey like Winnie the Pooh.
Great sign off. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Swiftie Boys.